Warning. The following presentation may contain excessive alcohol consumption, obscene language, controversial opinions, heavy metal, and actual wrestling chat. As such, it has been rated M for metal.
Welcome to the Mosh
Right, welcome to the latest edition of Mickey's Mosh Pit. Once again, I am joined by Martyn.
Oh, sure.
I am your host, Mickey Vago. Following the last episode of the Back to the Beginning final Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne gig final, we'll speak about that. But after our preview and our predictions, we're back to today a roundup and review for those who care. Yeah. So obviously, I think this goes out about a week after the gig happened. Which I will say it was a fucking nightmare getting on there for me. Trying to go on that stream's a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, I did follow it a wee bit, and there was a lot of people saying that try to cast it and everything was a nightmare. But I don't. I didn't read anything saying how many people around the world were watching it at the same time. But I can imagine that the server, whatever server they were using, was getting a creak at points. We were quite lucky.
Well, I've seen
with the working at the start and
5.9 million, I reckon.
5.9 million. I go, there you go. I mean,
which
I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert in these sort of things, but I'd never heard of the company that was running it. But
no,
for the most part, it was fine once. Basically, I fired it up with a laptop plugged straight into the TV, and it was faultless actually for the rest of the day. To be fair, just casting was an issue and it wasn't working, but. It is what it is. So we got there basically.
Aye. Did you watch it for the start?
I missed Mastodon, and just basically as I got to my mates to watch it, it was literally here's rival sons. So that's what I saw.
Yeah. Well, we were camping last week, so by the time we got back on Saturday morning, Saturday for me, it was time to drop the kids off and shit. So I was thinking, fuck, it's fucking start at 1 o'clock. It's like it's 3 o'clock now. It's just about to start. Just to get back to Aberdeen. Oh, fucking get this fucking bot on my phone. So obviously, I'm gonna try to go through the browser on the TV.
Yeah,
it's fucking type on the fucking remote control. It's starting forever. Gets to the fucking final screen, but kids was like, put your card details in on. Your card's not fucking snaping accepted. I'm like, for fuck, I'm not going through that again. I'll do it the phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it, I'll just cast it from the phone to the TV. That's not happening, is it? It's just fucking, you were getting like 24 seconds and it just froze. That was that.
Yeah. I did read a lot of that. It would just die.
So Nat's like, I'll try it for my phone. So she tried it, exactly the same thing. And then fucking, she's got a laptop. It's like, this laptop isn't finding my Wi-Fi. I'm like, for fuck's sake, fucking go. So it's the fucking hotspot fucking internet to the fucking laptop to get it on the fucking. So by the time we got it going, I think Gojira were just coming on.
Oh, right, okay.
Or we got the tail end Alice in Chains on my phone.
Okay.
And then Gojira. So, but then I went back and we watched it the Sunday morning, and then I was just watching the whole thing again.
I've done the same. I went back and watched. I didn't watch everything, but I watched what I remember liking at the time.
I've been back on, and I've been like putting videos up and whatever, and
so I watched that. And I went back through the stream, and watched it back. So I reckon I've watched about 70% of it again. As well. Yeah, it was. Once we got there, it was. I mean, let's be honest, it was fucking brilliant. Got to say that for the get go is like, they put together a mental lineup. Okay, some bands I didn't really enjoy, didn't care for, but for the most part, what a fucking show.
I will say that, like I said in the last team, we could have got seating tickets in fucking nosebleeds on like the first pre-sale. I wish we just got them.
We
fuck that.
Same. Sit there, it was like, oh, it's okay, Ken. It's a 25 quid with fees. It's a 35 quid stream, whatever it was. And okay, we're sitting, had beers and Ken pizzas at time and stuff and enjoying it. But it's just like, as it was during Slayer, and it really hurt me. It's like, and no, Slayer just absolutely ripped the place apart. And it was just like, fuck, we could have been there.
Aye.
Just
genuinely.
Yeah.
Like one of Paul's, he was there, but he bought hospitality, like the first in Villa.
Yeah.
And the seat, like, before he was seating it, like, it was alright. He's like, got our own fucking lounge, did the queue in here and after fucking toilets running, fucking getting free drinks that fucking day. So it was fucking brilliant. Like, lad, you got a seat. There's like, and I was just thinking, because we were holding out for general, just standing tickets. I'm thinking, could I have been arse standing there for 10 years? Ken and find that it's a fucking nightmare just going for a gig and standing there for 3.
Yeah, you would have been up. I mean, you would have been up and doing. I mean, they didn't show lots of the crowd in between the bands, but I'm pretty sure that everybody would just basically it's like, right, I've got 20 minutes on my arse.
Mass sit down.
Aye, a mass like fucking which I don't blame people for.
So I will say, even like most of the day, looking at the crowd like that, like the Ross did a golden circle, whatever it was.
Yeah,
like most of that was it was half full, if that, most of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I want to say read about the first All Stars. It was filling up.
Aye.
But certainly during like Rival Sons, Anthrax, Hailstorm, it was like turn up on time. Come on, you're missing some good stuff.
Aye.
But
you've paid how many fucking £100 for a ticket? Just fucking watch it.
I didn't get a lecture folk who spend your money the way you want to spend your money, but it's disappointing that some of the bands there were playing at like half a stadium, half, maybe 2/3 of a stadium.
Aye.
Yeah.
We can get into that as we go.
Aye.
So we'll just go through it fucking band by band, and obviously we'll probably get more thoughts on some bands than you will others.
I'm sure we will.
As we did in the predictions.
Sure will. Just have a drink from a GNR Munich cup there, just to warm my throat up. I'm warming my throat up. Aye. Someone didn't.
We'll get to that. I've got notes. But that's a little while before we get to that. So obviously we kicked off with Mastodon, which I thought was alright.
Yeah, like, I went back and watched them because I missed them.
I mentioned before when the predictions, like, I didn't care that much about Mastodon. I knew the two that played. Like, did you? I am fairly sure I bought Leviathan when it came out.
Okay.
I must be on the CD somewhere because I was like, I recognise that.
So I went back and watched them because it was the only band I missed.
Aye.
So it was like I wanted to see the whole thing. Didn't recognise any of their originals, to be honest. But it's not a band I've dipped into much, or at all. I've dipped a wee bit, but yeah, didn't.
It's like, well, I can just
fine, decent opener. Aye. It's like somebody's got to go on first. That's a thing. So,
aye, it's like they just fired the fucking singer. That was 2 months ago.
Oh, was it okay?
I couldn't have told you if it was any different. Like, I didn't care that much about it.
Yeah, they seemed fine.
Aye.
Fine. Okay, like, the cover was fun. Okay, obviously they had a couple of boys on with it to do the cover.
That I thought that was weird. Like, you've got, like, obviously we get a lot of content out of Tool, but like, the boy Carey is like, oh, he's obviously a fucking kind of decent fucking drummer, and you've got one just playing a couple of snare drums just for a laugh.
Yeah, it's a proper wheeze. Just like, oh, we'll invite the lad on for a bit of a laugh. Aye. All right, okay then.
Although I did see again, you got the fucking camera shot for behind the drums, and it obviously the drummer sang fucking the cover. So you've got the lyrics fucking printed out and stuck on one of his fucking drums at the side. And I looked at it like you couldn't see if it had said. I'm like, that can't be the fucking settler, surely. Let me open him, fucking hell.
Aye.
But it was like, oh no, they come at the cover and the drummer starts like, oh, that's what it is, because obviously he's got a fucking auto cue or whatever it is.
Yeah.
in front of the. So he's like,
She's just got him written down.
He's had to write it. I don't think it was printed. It was just like handwritten note, just taped to one of his drums. Or it might have actually been written on the drum skin.
Fair enough. You get that a lot. I suppose a lot of folk do that just like on their set lists. Just a wee reminder, maybe like the first two words of every line.
Aye, just to get
and
that.
just to get them going. It's like, well, fair enough.
Although I did see, I was something I read yesterday. I can't remember who it was that was thinking, but they said, "Oh, we didn't get the covers until the day of." I'm like, that can't be fucking right.
No,
Like
I
they
wouldn't
fucking
know.
they jump. Like I assume they're going to be like, we'll get into the super group stuff. I assume they're going to be a lot of rehearsal time for fucking that. Where they just be a one like a run through.
I mean, I think there was obviously they were there the week. They were there for rehearsals like a few days before.
Aye. But it's like
'Cause,
they're not handing out the covers the day of and like, yeah,
no,
that's your
they
fucking
wouldn't.
cover.
No, because like I said, I sent that photo. Obviously, my mate Johnny, he was down there. He was there for. He was actually in Birmingham for the cricket. and he went to he basically bumped he got his photo with Trujillo in the hotel.
Aye.
And so he goes, he thinks they were rehearsing. There was like a big like hall across for the hotel.
Right,
He says
okay.
thinks they were rehearsing there. I was folk going about.
Aye.
And he's like, okay, but he just like didn't want to bother too many people. It's like,
Aye.
well,
Aye, well,
bother
obviously,
Trujillo.
again, like the week run up there, boys were there in Birmingham, they were putting up photos and shit on Instagram and
Yeah,
stuff. So you they were there at least a few
yeah. So
days earlier.
there will have been rehearsals. There's been some photos and stuff cut up as well. So yeah, I think they would have got
Nah.
the songs the day before. I mean, if Sammy Hagar was claiming, try to claim Flying High Again or No More Tears or whatever, 2 months in advance, there's no way they're just saying to fucking
Aye.
Lamb of God or somebody, aye, good luck, lads. We'll tell you on the Friday.
Aye, you're on the cup wears. There's your cover. Work
Aye.
out.
Absolutely nuts. But yeah, the cover was good. I enjoyed
Aye.
that for
Aye.
Macedon. It's fine.
Aye.
Decent opener.
Aye. Like I said, it was good. Oh no, I'll let it go good. One, two, go. Right. There we go. Aye. Like we said, decent wee opener. Like it's probably a band I've seen at a festival and they've just been on. Like
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure I've seen them supporting somebody. Might be. I want to see Trivium once, but I could be wrong about that. But yeah.
Okay.
Um, but yeah. Obviously the cover was super not. Neither of us got that in right on our predictions.
Neither has predicted that one, though.
So it's 0-0. No score draw.
Still nil. Oh, we're doing this, are we? Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
might as well.
Aye, okay, yeah, okay.
we kind of ends.
That's fine. It's okay. We'll do that. Okay then.
So obviously we got for there, and in between you were getting like fucking 15-second fan videos or
Yeah,
I saw with
like Vox Pops and stuff, and
Aye.
some of celeb ones and things like that, which
Aye.
is no.
I realise they've got to fill the time, but
Yeah. I guess it's like sort of, especially early in the day, they're not want to give anything away because there was some stuff later on, and then they were repeating some of the performances,
Aye.
Which is fine. I guess they've got to do something.
Aye.
I did notice, I saw on Instagram that between the bands in the arena, they were showing some of Ozzy's old like pre-show, like tapes.
Aye, no, I did hear about that.
Like,
aye.
remember when he used to like dress? He used to dress as he did his thing with Elvis and the Beatles
Aye.
and stuff like that. But they would CGI him in. So I know they were showing some of that sort of stuff, which is again got to keep people. I guess there's maybe like a copyright issue about broadcast. I mean, we've got to get this line in because but there's only maybe one person or one family that likes money more than Paul and Gene, and that's the estate Elvis Presley. So I'd imagine there was no fucking way they were getting to broadcast
Aye.
Aussie CGI didn't a video Elvis doing Suspicious Minds. It's just not happening. So it's fair enough. So there was obviously stuff like that, but it was good because it meant you're able like we're watching a stream, able to hear a yap, go get another beer, just kind of chill out and stuff. But yeah, and it wasn't too bad.
Aye. It's like what was it like 7 minutes turnaround between fucking bands.
It wasn't long. It was
fucking mental.
they did an amazing job. But to be fair, you got to say that because you're expecting the worst. You're expecting somebody to take a piss, or you're expecting kind of a failure on this or a guitar or that.
Aye.
But Aye, brilliant. So yeah, it was like 7 minutes, and then obviously Rival Sons up here.
Aye. Which I enjoyed it, but I don't think I'd ever got pay to see them.
I reckon I recognised the first song.
I think was it nae them it supported Sabbath when they did the last farewell tour. I think that's why they were, because there was a photo went up. I think
Okay.
I only put a photo up by him and fucking Geezer and the Boys for Rival Sons.
Okay.
And I was somebody in the comments saying that's for 2017 or 16, whenever the last year was. So I think they supported Sabbath. So I think that's maybe why they were there. Because
I think I've heard I think Do Your Worst. I think I've heard that on Planet Rock or something like that. That's why I know
it sounds like the kind of stuff that they play.
They were because spoiler, they were supporting GNR in Munich, but somebody, can't think who that was busy standing in a merch queue for an hour and managed to miss all of Rival Sons.
And which T-shirt did you get, Martyn? Was it your first choice?
No, I didn't even get my first or my second choice. I had to settle for choices 3 or 4. So it's lucky that I mean, to be honest, I could have bought 4 T-shirts if I'm being completely honest with you. So yeah, so I managed to miss them, where I was like quite annoyed. I was looking forward to seeing them, but it took ages. By the time we got in, it was like, this is our last one, and we were still in the stand, like, queuing for a beer. Because like where we got in for Golden Circle was obviously behind the stage, and it's like, fuck. As again, fucked it.
Aye.
So it was fine. Yeah, they were good. Cover was good as well. Electric Funeral's a fucking great song.
Aye.
They did a really good job of it.
It wasn't the best cover of Electric Funeral that day, but it was alright.
Yeah, it was fine.
I wonder.
Obviously, somebody, which means you, was getting very confident, thinking that I'd fucked it for later on by picking somebody else to do Electric Funeral. So that was a little bit of fun.
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
I didn't care if I was like, where's Cost there, or somebody just says, fuck it, just do it twice. It doesn't matter.
If they're going to be like 4.5 hours, 5 hours apart, it doesn't really matter. I think,
and they weren't similar.
It was different. It was different enough. So I think it's fine doing that. If Anthrax and Hailstorm had picked the same song, I'm sure there would have been words.
Aye.
And they would have said, look, no, not so close. But when it's that far apart, it's fine. Nobody's bothered. I think the thing was that we'll come to Mayor later, is that basically everybody was told, this is what Ozzy's doing, this is what Sabbath's doing.
By the way, for them,
hands off, which is fine.
Some of the shooter group stuff all over, I told, like, this is what we're keeping them back for them. Just
I think so, yeah, which is fine, yeah.
Discuss amongst yourselves and just fucking try to double up.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's the thing. So, like, and obviously the super groups both did like a mix of stuff. Which I don't want to jump too far ahead.
We'll get into it.
We'll get into it.
But yeah, so we're getting to probably the first band that we're interested in of the day.
Absolutely, straight away into fucking Anthrax.
Yeah.
What a shout! Straight into fucking Indians. Now we're talking.
I mean, they only played 2, so that was the thing.
Yeah, but Indians live is a long song.
Aye, it is.
When they do it,
they make that intro.
The add-on bits. Yeah, they rip the arse out the intro, which I'm not complaining about because the intro's great.
Aye.
So they only did 2. Oh well.
It's like throw metal thrash and madness. It's 3 minutes. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's live. You can probably do it in 2.
Yeah, I did think it was a bit like, there are other bands that later on in the day that I didn't enjoy as much, who are maybe slightly more higher profile than Anthrax, but if you'd stolen 4 or 5 minutes off of unnamed band that we'll come to, and let us say fucking even like Got the Time or something, it's like 2.5 minutes. I wouldn't have complained, but
just something short.
Indians. That's Indians. The first point where I sat up and was like, right, okay,
here we go.
Watching this, paying attention.
Well, in fact,
stop talking. Shut up, stop talking. We're listening to this now, kind of thing.
Aye. That was one where, like, we watched, like, obviously I missed them, and I got the text through about the fucking shirts they were wearing. I'm like, oh, what the fuck's happening there? And I saw on Facebook later on. I was like, that's a fucking good shirt. But that was one. That was one we watched the following day, and that was like, I'm just gonna sit here and shut up. I'm like, aye, you do that because
Aye.
fucking, I'm locked in
Keep it
here.
noise. Aye. It's one of those keep it noise dude. That's what I said to the lads. Look, I need to sound up, and also I just need a bit of quiet for this. It's like
Although,
you've got 7 minutes between the bands to talk.
speaking of that, I mentioned, I don't know if it was the last episode or one before that, for Sherelle, not about Anthrax songs, or I remembered what it was she said. It was
Okay.
sometimes they sound thrash and sometimes they sound like Sex Pistols, and I'm like, look, I love you, but if you ever compare Anthrax to the Sex Pistols again, we're fucking done here.
It's like
Yeah.
that's something I kind of hear that, to be honest, but okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the one that riled me. I was like, what? No, 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 no.
Yeah. No, no.
But yeah, but no, like I said, that was the first deal of the day. I thought, yeah, here we fucking go.
Aye, it's going to be a good day from that. I mean, the other first two were fine. This was one where it was like, right, okay,
Aye,
big
I'm into it
song,
now.
big song, really good cover as well.
Aye.
Into the Void's ace anyway.
Aye,
So and didn't and the good thing is that other than one of the Hagar songs, we didn't know what people were going to do. No, the
no,
whole point of us guessing was the laugh of it. Really, it's like, oh, what do you want to hear? And so then the steam into the void, and you're like, oh, I'm fucking having this now.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. It's like because as we've said many times before, Anthrax do great covers.
they do.
It's like they're really good. They're really good at doing covers. It's
That's
like right,
that's
okay.
the thing.
Aye, that's their thing. It's like they've got lots of like wide influences and they're brilliant at covers. And aye,
That's like
basically,
it's like see
they were
see
magic.
next time you play. Did I take a support band? Just go into this fucking set full of covers and then
Aye,
come out and do your
yeah,
main set. I'd
I'm
all in.
absolutely in for that.
Take my
Absolutely
money.
in for that. Yeah. I mean, again, just like it's a bit a shame that they only had two songs
Aye,
because I could have happily had them for a couple more
aye,
because they're just so good. It's like, but understand can like I know Mastodon and Rival Sons and Hailstorm aren't exactly new bands. Neither's Lamb of God, but you kind of hate like sort of. Is it more contemporary? Would you say? I don't know. You hate a classic band earlier in the day,
aye,
and I think it was like they get it, and they're probably like, "Well, aye, okay, fine,
aye,
let's go for it."
aye.
Here's
It's
the
a
Indians. Here's a great cover.
aye.
Follow that.
Bang. There you go.
Aye, and yeah,
Fully
Shane
getting
Lindsay.
into half the band route later on anyway.
Aye, I mean that's the thing is obviously they were busy later on in the day, so they had heaps to do,
Aye,
so it's fine. They're all pretty much apart from Joey, they all got another moment,
aye.
so it's
That
fine.
that that was the thing. I was watching it. I'm like, so they're showing out the band and like fucking the boy, Vinay, the other guitarist. He's
Uh-huh.
like, he's just like, just a glimpse here, a glimpse there. Like you did these, and that's like, why didn't they show the other boy? I'm like, I don't care. It's just the way because he's just standing right there.
It's like because there's three of them that are like the stars of the band.
Because she's got her
It's like
phone
and I
up,
was like,
she's got her phone up. I'm thinking, will you try that picture? So I'm trying to get a picture of the guitarist. I'm like, why? She's like, you'll see in a minute. And then he like it come up for like enough time she could get a picture of him. She's like, I'm like, what was it? It's like, doesn't matter. I'm like, no, you have to tell me now. It's like,
aye,
I was getting glimpses of it. He looked like thunder. I'm like, fuck. Until she got a proper look at him, was like, it's now like.
what did I look at? Like you interrupted me for that.
But yeah, that was the first. Obviously, we didn't get the cover right.
No, we
No,
got
I
to
was
cover.
still no points so far.
So we're still three bands in, 0-0.
Yeah. So that's top band so far, and then we get into
Aye.
Hailstorm.
The thing is, had they had more than two songs, they would be like up there for like band of the day. But you
Aye.
kind of give like a top three or something to a band that's only done two songs.
Aye,
But
as good as they were.
brilliant.
Aye.
As good as they were, it's like you were out for 50 minutes. Sorry, no.
Yeah. So then we get into Hailstorm, which again it was one that we didn't again fuck all about.
No,
Really.
Again, other kid, I know the lassie. Yeah, neither of us was anywhere near thinking
Yeah.
that they would de Perry
Yeah.
Mason. Which,
Aye.
to be honest, I absolutely popped for
Aye.
because
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to hear it.
Only because we said it last on the
Aye.
predictions. Nobody's playing Perry Mason, are
I absolutely love that song, and was like, but I'd made my peace with I won't be hearing Perry Mason on the Saturday,
It's
fine. And then Ut and AY, it's just like, hold on a fucking minute.
Aye.
keep a noise doing again, lads. It's like you can talk among this one. It's like it's fine, but I'm okay.
Aye.
Sound up again, please. It's like a fucking Perry Mason.
Aye,
It was a
it was
really, it
good.
was a really good
Aye,
cover.
it was.
And it's like, it needs a lot of the songs. It sounds stupid to say this. A lot of the songs are the same. It needs a shredder
Aye.
in it, and she can shred. So it's like, okay, that was brilliant. Yeah, really enjoyed that. Other stuff, I don't know anything about them.
I mean, the first thing you
It's
think was
fine.
alright. The second name was like she come out and was like, oh, this is a brand new song. It's like now's
New
the
one.
time off. It's not the time.
Aye.
And to be fair, it was absolute dog shit. It was fucking horrible.
Nobody, it's like nobody knew the song,
Aye.
but I
It's
mean,
like, and she's there
how
shouting,
many folk knew the
where
first
am I,
song as
woman of
well? So,
rock? It's like you're playing a new song. Nobody fucking gets it. Get in.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it was what it was.
But then, aye, like we said, she recovered it with Perry Mason.
Aye. No, so basically, everybody gets a thumbs up for the. Well, that's not true actually. Most of the bands from me get a thumbs up for the day. There's obviously we'll come to some later that I just
Aye.
was like I wasn't having. You can't if I'm going to say
Aye.
you can't. There's two bands that I just didn't enjoy at all. So yeah. So thumbs up for Hailstorm.
Yeah. And then we went to Lamb of God.
Wasn't feeling it, to be honest.
No.
It was fine.
I thought I thought that they were like after Anthrax they were good. Like they played the two hits. Children of the Grave maybe doesn't suit the boy's voice. If he'd done it on his growly vocals, but he tried to do some clean stuff like Aussie style, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, he obviously it was like the cover was just again it was like it sounded fine when he was doing the kind of his growling voice.
Aye.
But then it's like dipping in and out, and it's like, oh, that doesn't suit that. Which we'll be saying that later as well.
Aye.
But yeah, it didn't suit. But it was again, it was for me, it was fine.
Aye.
I didn't know a hell of a lot about them, but I enjoyed them.
Aye.
It was fine. Didn't hate it.
It's one I had tickets for them. It was supposed to be them and Creator. I can't remember what just before lockdown or after lockdown. And then obviously the whole thing got cancelled. I can't remember why it got cancelled. The whole tour got cancelled. In fact, it might have just been just after lockdown, or it was announced during lockdown, and it was supposed to happen, and then Creator did the Anthrax thing. But I've seen it with it. I think I've ever seen them live, like a gig live. I've seen it at festivals a few times, a handful of times, and they've always been good at festivals. Like they're fucking like a decent festival band because the boy gets a crowd involved. He does his fucking wall of death and
the charisma stuff like that.
In fact, I'm fairly sure it was them I saw when the first year they switched the download fucking the stages about because the motorbike boys were kicking off about the burger vans and being in the truck, so they shifted the whole fucking layout and they put the second stage and it was essentially just a car park, like just a gravel fucking no grass, just fucking gravel.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly sure it was Lamb of God that did the fucking wall of death on the fucking gravel car park, and it was just fucking chaos. I'm out, boys. No for me. I can see exactly what's going to happen here.
It's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah. But yeah, I like I said, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Like they played probably their two best songs, in my opinion. I did enjoy there was one point, I don't know if it was during the cover, fucking Randy did a wee jump and he lost his balance and managed to back roll it and save it. I did enjoy that. So Martyn gets on the scoreboard here.
Well, I was just about to say what really matters here is that someone goes, I go 1-0 up on you after five bands.
Right,
we finally have a point. As I say, Rosemary, what are the scores and doors? point on board for me. An almost unassailable lead taken after 5 bands.
It's all to play for.
Well, was it all to play for, really?
Yeah. Yeah. So we get that. I think we've got enough time to rattle through the next bit, which is the first of the super groups.
Yeah.
Which was up and down in my opinion.
Yeah. I'll just base this like I didn't enjoy Ultimate Sin.
And that was alright.
Um,
It wasn't great, but
it was
it was
all the
passable.
all the covers were okay. They were okay at worst.
Aye.
So it's nobody. I wasn't any of it or shite. I did enjoy what it's in. Fucking Shot in the Dark and Sweet Leaf. Well,
Aye. We've got the Discern
stay the
boy,
stay the pot.
who was
Yeah,
annoyingly alright. That was the fucking thing. It was like
he was all right, but
he
it
wasn't the
was like
shite. I
it
was like,
didn't seat me.
fucking dick. Just be
Yeah,
shite.
no, I mean, look, I enjoyed him getting booed.
Aye.
He was fine. Um, I was like I said to you as well. I was glad that Ellefson obviously got a big moment on the stage as well.
Aye.
Very interesting that David Ellison got introduced as David Ellison from Megadeth,
Did he?
which would have annoyed me. Yeah, which would have really annoyed Mustaine. It was Jason Momoa that did it as well. Jason Momoa was like, "Oh, Nuno Bettencourt for Extreme, Mike Bourne, Faith No More, Lizzie Hale, Jakey Lee, blah blah blah, David Ellison from Megadeth," and
Aye,
it's like
I must have missed
that would
that.
have really annoyed Mustaine. Would be really pissed off at that. It's like because that's what he's known and
That's what he's
associated
known
for.
for,
It's
aye.
like it's like so yeah, and he deserved to be there. So I was
Aye.
actually like, no, as lame as it sounds, I was really happy for
Aye,
him
he did look like he was
because
enjoying it.
he was treated really shittily by Megadeth.
Aye.
So for him to be there and be on a big stage and getting to do this with, like he got to do Ultimate Sin with Jakey Lee. What more can you fucking
That was
ask for?
I looked into that like fucking Jake. Obviously, because we spoke about the Jake Lee thing before about him again being knocked off and surprised he was there.
Yeah,
He was fucking shot like 9 months ago.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
and
That's why he didn't. That's why he didn't do Bark at the Moon because he basically came out and said,
Aye,
"I can't play. I can't play it."
he's got
Um,
he's got carpal tunnel in one hand and he was
Yeah.
shot in his other fucking shoulder. So he's
Yeah.
just fucked.
yeah,
Like
and
you
he
could,
did. I
after
think
saying that, you could see was it shot in the dark.
there
There's
was
a
a
bit
wee
to
fuck
start.
up and shot
He
in the
fucks
dark.
it,
Yeah,
but I read somewhere else. It was because he's normally got I can't remember which strings it is, but he's got two strings tuned down. And also the guitar thing, it just handed him just a standard tune. You could see him try to figure it out. If you look back, you see him, he's like trying to figure out how do I fucking do this fucking with these strings, and he's like on the fly, just 30 seconds, and he's like fucking 1 bar later, he's back on again.
That was good. Enjoyed that. Like I say, enjoyed him being there. Whitfield Crane was fucking great for Believer as well. I thought it's like I love Whitfield Crane. I mean, I know.
Did you see him at the end?
I joke.
After he was finished.
I put his rucksack on. He was like him.
And then he needs to come back on and introduce Youngblood. He'd come back. He's still wearing his little backpack. He's at school.
It's like he's put his little school. It's like I just love the idea that he turned up with his school bag on, put it to the side of the stage, smashed out a song, did fucking great at it, and then went right. Where's my bag? I'm out here.
Because obviously we were still watching this like a day behind. So this is one we watched on the Sunday morning, and I turned to Nat and says, "Did you see that?" And she's like, "What?" I said to her behind it, like, look at Whitfield Crane. He's just off the stage. His bag's just sitting there. Like obviously just come on stage, just put it down, and just come on stage and song, and then just come straight back off and on his bag and away he went.
I just enjoyed that. I was just like, that's mental. It's like fucking school. He's got a school bag on. What's he doing? It's maybe he didn't get a dressing room or something. No, it's like you're only here for one song.
Aye.
You can share the big dressing room.
I mean, to be fair, he turned. I don't get how he dresses like normally when he's this like he's like a Joe stuff on, but he just turned up. He just looked like I've got on his shorts and his t-shirt and his fucking trainers. Just wanting his cap on. He just wandered on stage, did a song and fucked off again.
There's maybe one of the guys who's like one of the lesser guys who's like they had to share a dressing room. He's maybe got a bit of a rep for having light fingers or something, and he just didn't want to leave his bag.
This guy's got to eat my sandwiches.
It's like, guys, I've got a fucking bottle of juice and a sandwich in there. I couldn't get near it. So it's fine, yeah.
Yeah, and we found out for Sleep Token 2 was apparently he's a drummer.
Yeah, okay. He seemed to be a good drummer, to be honest. I mean, as far as I know,
like I did say to that, I was like, oh, so they're just numbered. So like Sleep Token 1's a singer and Sleep Token 2's a drummer. This is it.
I did enjoy that somebody during the week had posted a picture from the rehearsals, and they did obviously an on-stage soundcheck rehearsal, and it's not a very good picture, but you can see his face. So basically, I know now. The world knows that Sleep Token 2 is a white guy, at least anyway.
Aye.
Which I thought was just very funny because obviously he drummed on the song. He was playing drums for the song that Youngblood did, and Youngblood has got an insane like internet fan base, who of course have been like, "Oh, look at this! Though he's on stage with these people. We found this picture from somewhere," and it's like just a picture for the front of the stage with like the man playing, And it's like, oh, it's a white guy playing drums. I'll be Sleep Token 2 then. Okay. It's like outed by the Youngblood army.
Speaking of Youngblood, like I didn't care for the boys. I was like, oh, so like that's like
I knew the
Youngblood
name.
fine. I didn't even get the
I
name.
knew the name, and I'd heard. I think
I
we've
assumed,
spoken
I
about
assumed it
before.
was some boy off of fucking Mickey or something. When I first saw him, I was like, it must be some of these fucking one of these
No,
boys.
I think we've maybe spoken about him before, where I think we've basically probably spoken about how like folk queue overnight for gigs and all that kind of stuff.
Aye.
And I think I've definitely said to you that he's got some kind of nutcase fan base that like do the whole
Aye.
queuing the day before, getting numbers in a queue, all that kind of stuff as well. So, but let's be no, fair's fair. He was fucking great.
Aye, you fucking knocked it in the fucking park, did he?
Did. It's like I mean, I think a few folk are getting a little bit overboard and being like, oh, it was his Freddie Mercury moment and stuff like that. And it's like it was good, and I get why.
It's as close as you
there's
can
the
get,
acapella bit he did
aye.
and stuff. Yeah,
aye.
He did the acapella bit and stuff like that, and I get that. And it's the thing that a lot of people are talking about, particularly metal guys who don't know who he is. So I understand why folks would say that, which I've no problem with. Aye, I understand, but he was fucking brilliant.
Aye.
He absolutely nailed it.
You can't deny it.
Kind of just brilliant, yeah. And you could see fucking Frank Bello was fucking loving it. It's like, it showed him and fucking Frank's like fucking yeah. But it was I was really really good. Really really enjoyed that.
Aye.
Just I guess it takes that like because like I said, there's not a lot of younger bands there, and he's been about for like 5-6 years or whatever.
Aye.
I think maybe a lot longer. But in terms of like new artists, that's the new artist.
Aye.
And so Ozzy and Sharon like him. A different audience will be paying attention. Probably not to all of it, but yeah, it was really good. It was
like I said,
great,
you'll hear these folk at just like they get their music through Instagram these days, or TikTok, and I'm assuming he's fucking big on that because he's a young boy.
I looked at some of his stuff on Instagram, and he's got like a massive following on Instagram, and there's like all these kind of like young blood fan clubs and all this kind of people. So yeah, fair play to him. He was fucking brilliant.
There was it a BBC thing he did? One of those fucking was it a Radio One thing or something? And I'm sure it was War Pigs he was doing like a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I was like, oh,
then.
Came his duty and fucking sing, but if it pits eyes on the thing, on fucking kind of metal or Sabbath or whatever, fair play to
it. Yeah, brilliant. I loved it.
Aye.
One of the highlights of the day.
Aye.
It was the best part of Supergroup A anyway, we'll say that much.
Aye, by far.
Yeah.
As much as I love Jakey Lee being kicking about in the hand, but aye, that was because I think Jake Lee did that bit, did he? No, he was not on.
He just did the first two.
Aye. But aye. That was good. I think we're all get cut off, so we'll wait to do the next bit because
okay.
Because we've got somebody you're gonna love coming up. So as I was saying, there's someone coming up that Martyn's gonna enjoy.
I might surprise you here.
So before we get to the next band, coming off the back of Supergroup A, we obviously get some video messages, but then we get this video pops up. Or no, two kids come on the stage to start with.
Yes,
I believe are Tom Morello and Scott Ian's kids.
Yeah, Roman Morello and Revel Ian.
Aye. So they come on and introduce us back. And then we get, obviously, the starting keyboards off of Mr. Crowley.
Yeah.
In the back of somebody's head. And then he turns around and it's Martyn's favourite, Jack Black.
Yeah. Yeah.
And instantly I turn out and go, Martyn's got to fucking love this.
I think it's right. Obviously, at the time, I didn't like Jack Black. I just the whole kind of forced.
I think we established this last episode.
Yeah, the whole forced kind of like metal thing is just annoys me. However, it was very good.
Aye, yeah, it was.
And it's like sort of. It took like a minute of him when he started singing to go. Kim, it's like, check yourself, mate. This is really fucking good, actually. because the thing is, like the films of his the few films that I've enjoyed, he throws himself right into it. You know? I've got no time for the Tenacious D stuff. I've got no time for stuff like School of Rock. But when he throws himself into something, it is very, very good. Aye, and the band were fucking ace as
Aye,
well. I looked it up. I was a lassie called Yoyoka Soma playing drums,
aye.
who is basically, thankfully, one of the benefits of Dave Grohl being there, not being there, sorry, is that we didn't get that fucking Nandi Bushnell quine. Because obviously that's what we would have fucking got,
Aye,
again, someone else who makes it all about themselves. So yeah, nae Grohl, nae that quine. You know what? It was fucking actually really good, and
aye.
I'd like, yeah, I know you're choking for me to just start burying him, but I genuinely canna.
Yeah, but
It's like,
it's even funnier that you liked it.
aye, it was just like, because again, like watched it at a time, it was like, yeah, okay, and then when I went back and watched everything again, or pretty much everything again, it was just like watching it in so the peace and quiet by myself in the house. So there's nobody chatting, going, oh yeah,
Aye,
or I'm nae telling people, oh that's actually quite a famous bit because no, if you look and see blah 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 blah
aye.
blah, oh see if he picks the kid up, that's for again that sort of shit, because there was folk watching with us who aren't like I would say aren't
Aye,
even like casual Aussie and
aye,
Sabbath fans. They were there because we were having beers and
aye.
pizza.
They're on our lovely nerd.
Aye, you basically the word ready to be lectured about. Oh, well, Aussie picked Randy Rhodes up like he just did to Roman
Aye.
Morello. That's why I thought, oh, yeah, okay, well, cool.
Apparently,
But
it
no,
was actually one
like,
of Rhodes' guitars. That was one of his actual
was it?
guitar. Aye,
All
apparently.
right, I didn't know that. Okay, that's even nicer
I
than
don't
that
know
was. Yeah,
if I don't know if they own it or if it was kind of just loaned out to them or. But
loaned
aye,
to him
it
by
was
the estate or
apparently
something.
it was one of his guitars.
That's a really nice thing touch. Then yeah, no, it was
Aye,
brilliant.
aye,
Got to
it was
say it
good.
was brilliant.
Yeah. Um, so for there, we move on to Alice in Chains, and I that kind of like I was still watching my phone at this point, and I that kind of viewed the same thing, but like the sound completely just fucking cut off at one point.
Yeah, it was fine during the first two songs. During Fairies Were Boots, so the sound went.
Aye,
But it went for everybody because they did put a little bit up in a little bit a note up in the corner saying we know there's sound issues,
all right, okay.
which was a shame because as soon as they started doing the Alice in Chains are fucking great.
Aye.
Let's get out of the way for a start, and at
Also,
that
I
point they
did
were.
see a lot of comments that like, oh, it's fucking Lane Steele, isn't it? Or oh, fuck it, it's just gonna be shite. It's like, well,
It's nearly so like,
would
but
you
they've got
rather
they've,
me hate Alice in Chains there?
aye. That's the thing. It's like they came on, they did fucking Man in the Box and Wood fit more. What more could you ask
Aye,
for? It's like, all right, but it's not like they've replaced them with kind of like, well, let's just go for now. Let's say look at Linkin Park. It's not like they've replaced them with some Quine who
aye,
sounds nothing like the original singer.
aye,
It's just like they replaced him with a guy, William, who can fucking sing,
aye,
who is a brilliant singer in his own right. Doesn't try and ape Lane Staley too much, but obviously hits the right beats where
aye.
you can still enjoy it in the way they did. Cantrell's a brilliant guitar player. Does all the right stuff. We've
Although
got
I will
we've got
say
a bit of talk box, which
aye,
I'll never complain about getting a bit of talk box.
this was the first time in that I think the show so far I noticed there was like like they're very in trouble with the mix.
A
Like
wee bit, yeah.
it was genuinely like for the first maybe half a Man in the Box, you could barely hear fucking Cantrell's guitar. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you
nah,
couldn't.
that's
You
someone else with
definitely couldn't
this.
hear. You definitely couldn't hear his backing vocals on. I think it was Man in the Box. There was something anywhere where his backing
Aye,
vocals were off as well, and but they were not either. But the mic was just switched off.
aye,
Um, so yeah, but aye, there was definitely something with the mix there, but they were really good.
aye, they were
Um,
good.
and then
Um,
thankfully, obviously, they repeated the cover on the broadcast later on, which
aye,
is a fucking great cover. It was a
aye.
brilliant cover. Like genuinely, I would actually genuinely like I could argue to try and put Alice in Chains if they made at the top like my third best band of the day, they'd be pushing just for third
Aye,
because I thought they were fucking like I
aye,
thought
they
they
were
were
up there.
fucking great. Really like really. I mean, Alice in Chains are brilliant. I love them anyway.
Aye,
So
yeah, aye. All in on that. Like I said, we watched like I think because we watched it back the following day, I think they'd fixed the sound on the fucking kind of obviously the replay or whatever it is they put up.
yeah,
They'd sorted it. So like the hair lot was there. But it was good. But yeah, again, there was no points there for us.
no points. Sorry,
Nah.
sadly.
No, still, still,
Still a,
still 1-0.
still an unassailable 1-0 lead, heading towards the halfway point of the day.
Yeah. And this is about where I got my feed sorted and I could watch it on the big TV.
Ah, okay then.
When Gujira came on, who
Well,
I only really know after the Olympics.
I'll I'll let you deal with most of this. All I'll say is I am nae looking forward to watching them supporting Metallica next year because I didn't enjoy that at all.
I thought it was all right. Like
It's just
it
like
wasn't amazing, but it was like
it just did absolutely nothing for me. And I've watched it twice and it's just did nothing for me. I'm gonna hate to give them a time, but
aye.
no,
I
it's
think
just nae for me.
Nat's looking forward to them. But she pointed out something that made me laugh. I was like, the first song, they're about halfway through the first song, and obviously you got the singer and guitar boy, they're fucking intense as fuck, and the fucking drummer's getting fucking wahoo, and the bass player just looks fucking delighted. He's there a massive fucking smiley face, fucking bass and all. Just like he's not got the memo, is he? But no, I thought it was alright. Obviously, I didn't really care anything. Like I recognised the one for the Olympics they played with the
Okay.
Dr. Ivy
Yeah.
because it was played at Olympics. But apart from that, it was
Yeah.
like it was. Where I can go see them, I'll go see them from the spot Metallica, but I probably wouldn't buy a ticket to see
No.
them.
So I've got a year to basically, and I will. I'll
Give
give
them a
them still
chance.
time on Spotify. I'll give them like the top 10 on their top 10 on Spotify. I will get a chance because I'm going to sit through them for like 45 minutes. I might as
Aye.
well. There's no point in being a dick and just like, well, I didn't like this a year
Aye.
ago, so I'm not going to enjoy it now. It's like you can spending all that money to go. You might as well try and lean into it
Aye.
a wee bit. So there's no point
Um,
being a wanker. So I will give them I will give them a proper chance.
I will
And
say
see,
that
and they might grab me.
aye. I will say the Boise guitar, that silver fucking reflective thing.
Yeah,
There are two things. Like that must be like there must be some cunt in the fucking crowd. The sun's bouncing off of that, and it's like, oh, can we get some bounce off your watch? Some cunt's getting that right in the fucking pus. Another thing is
it's
like
one of those things. Somebody got a laser pen in here.
another thing is like obviously they're playing outside and the sun's out on it. It must be getting hot as fuck.
Yeah,
Like the boy must be burning himself on it, surely.
yeah. It's like say it's what people do for their art.
But yeah, like I said, they were all right. Yeah, they weren't amazing, but they weren't a shite.
Yeah.
Cover was all right. We obviously we didn't guess that.
No more points. Not still a 1-0 lead.
We didn't get enough, but gives you that to get a point for
No,
that.
that's
Um,
all.
so we step into the next thing, which it's another before the super group. We get this drum off.
Yeah, which I wasn't looking forward to. And
No,
yeah,
it's like, oh, this is gonna be shite, and it was actually all right. I
mercifully
enjoyed it.
mercifully it was only one song.
Aye.
So it was over before it really began.
Although I was glad it was something in yours, but I was fucking fuming because I was like, nobody's got to cover this now. Fuck. Like genuinely, that's like one of what top 5 Sabbath songs for me. I like nobody's got to cover this now. Fuck.
Way.
But yeah, no, I did enjoy it. I did it. There was one point, fucking. I think Travis Barker. went a bit too a passage too fucking long or something, and Chad Smith kind of looked across it. I'm like,
Yeah, there was a fuck up.
and you
There
think
was there
I'm
was a
sitting there thinking to
def-
myself, there's no point in looking at him like that because fucking the boy carries what I blow you both out the fucking water.
Aye, there was definitely a fuck up by Barker, but I think he noticed it, and then Chad noticed it, and then it was
Aye,
like they're just bit it's basically a glorified drum solo. I know they did the
aye,
song, they played the song under it, but
aye,
it's basically just giving them a chance to can fill a bit of time.
aye,
All the 3 drum kits needed set up for the next part
aye.
anyway.
Andy.
So yeah, so it was fine. It was a good way to just have that set up and then ready to go
Aye.
for the bands coming on. So it was fine.
So obviously we get to there to the next super group B,
Yep.
which like as weird as the fucking thing was, a lot was fucking great.
Basically, there's most of it was great, and I was like, and I'm going to gush about most of it
I I
because it
I,
was really good.
I will say this is the only reprieve that Axl Rose will get. He wasn't the fucking worst. Corgan is fucking dog shit. Absolute fucking horrible.
It just his voice doesn't suit those songs, but I don't know what Sabbath or Ozzy songs his voice would suit.
Aye.
But
Fit could he sing?
but he's Billy Corgan,
Aye.
and so it's a kind of thing of, again, he's tight with Sharon and Ozzy. You know, he's a big artist, so he got to do them. I think you're being a little bit harsh on him because he fucking ruined Breaking the Law. Let's be honest. If it was something that you didn't care about, you wouldn't be like if it was if it was Believer or something, you wouldn't give a fuck. Let's be honest here, right? You wouldn't. Don't lie to yourself. But it was like it's Breaking a Lot. It's like
you can't
one
eat
of the metal
Ozzy
anthems.
and you can't eat Halford. Like, just leave it be. Come on,
it's one of the metal anthems. I thought he would sing this when he started doing Snowblind. I thought this might be okay.
Aye, and then it was not.
It's near a million miles away from what he can kind of do in the earlier Pumpkin stuff, but no, it wasn't.
It was just horrible.
It wasn't great.
I know.
It wasn't great.
I thought, well, I will say Rudy Sarzo looked like he was in the time of his fucking life.
Yes, I've actually got that written down. It was like, obviously, because Rudy Sarzo did like what 1, 2, 3.
He did
eight songs here plus the drum off.
Aye.
And again, one of the fucking MVPs of the day.
Aye.
Is Rudy Sarzo because there's hardly anybody else who did 8 songs. I don't other than him and Betancourt.
I think Betancourt did 11 or 12.
Aye, so him and Betancourt basically are the MVPs today. But Sarzo just
heavy lifting,
doing a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of covering, looking like he's in the time of his life, which he probably was. It absolutely deserves to be there on merit as well.
Aye.
It was fucking great.
Aye, brilliant.
Yeah.
Like I said, as much as I fucking hated the fucking Billy Corgan stuff, seeing Rudy Sarzo up there just fucking people on his base, like
it's like Corgan was struggling with the songs, but like in terms of the music,
you can't fault it.
It was brilliant.
Like you've got fucking Downinger fucking fucking shredding along, fucking Sarzo getting a fucking wahoo, and fucking the boy Betancourt just fucking batting things up.
Yeah,
it was good.
What wasn't great though?
See, I disagree here.
I thought. Look,
all right.
I thought the two Hagar songs were absolutely fucking atrocious.
I thought the first thing he did, there was a couple of times he was out of time and pitch. But I think that's because he went that far at the front stage, you couldn't hear a fucking thing.
He was out of time, and I think him going out of time threw off Vernon Reid. I think
he added fucking anything.
I thought he was. I don't know. No,
I was saying he was there, but I don't think Vernon Reid added anything to the day.
I mean, I definitely heard him during Bark at the Moon. There was stuff he did during Bark at the Moon, but I heard.
He just looked like he couldn't get a fuck. He just looked like he couldn't be arsed.
Because he does. That's what he does. Though he just stands there and plays guitar. He's near a rock god.
You've got Rudy Sarzo fucking kicking out fucking hour fucking stage with bass.
I know that. Yeah.
Come on, fuck.
But I think that was one of the problems. Was Hagar was off, and I think Hagar missed a cue for the start, or
he missed a cue.
He missed a cue, and then that fucked. I think that chucked Vernon Reid off time as well, and then it just it was a bit of a mess.
Well, Vernon Reid, he come off for Rock Candy. I don't know if he was meant to do it or if he just got fucked off and like, fuck Sam Hagar.
Lucky for him, he didn't have anything to do with that. Then
that was a weird thing. I thought, say, I'm on Throws cover,
like
on a Sabbath and Aussie day. I get that he's a big singer. We're going next.
I get that he's a big singer, and it's like, look, it's fucking Sammy Hagar. It's a member of Van Halen. Who Ozzy played with loads, Sabbath played with loads. I get that he's there, and he's probably. Well, I don't know if he probably played that song when Montrose played with Ozzy and Sabbath back in the day.
Probably.
Fine, I get that, but
this is the time.
It just was the time. It's like that's. I mean, I'll be honest. For me, Rock Candy was as unwelcome as the new Hailstorm song. Just no need for it. I just thought it was absolutely no need for it. And
I'd rather have listened to Rock Candy than the Hailstorm, the new Hailstorm.
yeah,
But
yeah,
aye,
it was
there's
just
no
going
much in it.
malky. Like there's I mean, we could have probably. I mean, Anthrax got two songs,
Aye.
but Sammy Hagar
Team
comes
Rock
on and
Candy.
gets the D Rock Candy. He fucking I Can't Drive 55 or Space Station Number 5 or something. You
Aye.
know, it's just like, oh,
Just
come on.
weird.
Like, I don't want to slag him off too much because it's Sammy fucking Hagar.
Like
So
like
let's move on.
like I understand Dean breaking the law because fucking priests were just for doing the road.
It's in Birmingham and there's a member of Priest in the building.
Aye.
Yeah,
He was for
yeah,
fucking West Brom or something or fucking
yeah,
Walsall or whatever. It's like, aye, okay, I understand that.
yeah.
But I'm into I like realistically, how much folk in the crowd can Fan Montrose were?
I mean, benefit of the doubt. I think that if Wolfgang Van Halen hadn't had to cancel like
They might
3 days
they might
before,
have done a Van Halen thing.
they might have done a Van Halen one. They might have done something that you know that he played on with a Van Halen one from his era.
Aye,
Maybe I don't know.
possibly.
Um,
Aye, that would have made more sense.
I think so. I think I didn't enjoy it, and I was like, basically, I've just written why. But that's the only reason I could think of, and to give him the benefit of the doubt, it was maybe a kind of short notice. Wolfie's nay here.
Aye. You're not getting no
Fit,
more tears and everything else he asked for.
fit if you got it that you can D in the locker that the boys can D and I would imagine that probably fucking Betancourt knew that song anyway.
Aye. Or if he didn't, he could have
Some of
fucking
them
learned it quite quick.
aye. So yeah. So yeah. Let's. I don't want to slag him off
Aye.
too much.
Well,
So let's
let's
just
move on.
nudge on. Let's nudge on.
So having here come off. You got subbed on
Off the subs bench. Yeah.
Bring on Papa.
Bigger Papa. Is it Papa V Perpetua or Papa 5
I'm not sure. I was calling it Papa 5, but I think it might be Papa V.
Is it Papa? Okay, so
I'm
we'll
not
see. We'll see.
I'm not telling sure.
Well, I'll go with Papa V. Bark at Moon with the band.
Aye.
He's not got the voice for it,
He didn't
but I
kill
think
it.
he did a really good job.
Aye.
He did a really good job.
He didn't murder it.
I saw some interviews with him saying like what songs he'd been asked to he was like been asked to wanting to do.
Aye.
Because what he said was like he goes, I'm not a like here's a 2 minute, 3 minute guitar solo kind of like get the crowd pumping and show off sync type of singer. He apparently asked to do Am I Going Insane?
Fuck me.
And was told no. Which would have been interesting. It's like it'd have been a weird one, but okay, fair enough. Okay, but to ask to do "Am I Going Insane?" and be told no, but how about you do one of the most famous Aussie solo songs instead? Is a very nice like no.
Well, obviously, JT Lee came out and said I physically can't play it.
Yeah,
so it was got to be in the second super group.
Yeah,
it's like and then who else you got to get to?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I was like, yeah, you didn't know. I mean, there was a thought that maybe some of the other guys from the
other bands might have come on.
Some of the other bands, some of them might have done. I mean, Lizzie Hill did that, so there was potentially somebody could have came on and done it. But you know what? It's like he was there.
Papa V was there. Hey, let me go, son.
It was fine. He did a fine job. I enjoyed it. It'd be hard not to enjoy a band with those guys in it, Dean Bark at Moon, if we're being honest. So
and the boy Betancourt, he nailed the solo.
Yeah, of course he did. Fucking like Nuno's the fucking man. I love Extreme, and they get a really hard reputation.
Aye. People remember for the ballads.
because they did the big ballad, and it's like yeah, it is right, but it's also they're also really fucking good. Aye. I think they're one of those bands that like, and we've said this probably 5 or 6 times when we've been doing these things, where they're like one of these bands that aren't heavy enough for the metal guys, but are too heavy for the pop folk.
Aye,
because some of the pop audiences are listening to like Get a Funk Out or something like that, and be like, what's this? This is a noise.
Aye.
Why aren't you playing the acoustic? Why aren't you playing More Than Words and Tragic Comic? why don't you release songs just like those 2 songs?
Yeah.
I want the acoustic ballads at a time, which is a shame because
it's because they're genuinely a good band.
they're generally really fucking good.
Aye.
So yeah.
So yeah,
So
that was good.
that's my defense on Nuno Betancourt.
Aye, like oh, I'm here for it. um, now here comes a bit that me and Martyn just couldn't call. If it was Stephen
Ah,
Tyler, got to do.
what was Steven Tyler going to do? Steven Tyler was going to be a fucking rock and roll star. That's what he was going
Aye,
to be. It's basically Steven Tyler, who apparently is fucked.
aye. He's only doing
Washed
benefit
up.
gigs, two or three
He's
songs. His
washed
voice is
up,
shag.
finished. Can't sing again, Oh, his throat's fucking knackered. And he comes on, and of course, he's like, oh, train kept a rolling, walk this way. And I didn't see a whole lot of love coming, to be honest.
No,
But, train kept a rolling and walk this way are two like absolute like Aerosmith standards,
aye,
which, and it's like, it would be easy to say, oh, but they're never very challenging for him. Well, there's fucking high notes, and he
aye,
absolutely smashed them.
aye. It's like, aye, but could you sing it?
Aye.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
it's like he came on and absolutely fucking nailed it. A member of the fucking Rolling Stones came on and did a song with him.
That was fucking like he looked so fucking happy to be there.
Aye,
It's like who the fuck does Ronnie Wood ken that he's there?
aye. It's like Ronnie Wood probably is again, but Ronnie Wood's one of these where like he was probably mates with Ozzy for back in the
Aye.
day.
Like I
Ken,
wondered, like does he bide nearby or something? He just happened to be there, like he's
yeah,
getting bites
they
the
all. I
road.
mean,
Just
yeah, they probably all know each other. I mean, I know he's guested with GNR before.
aye,
He was definitely at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when Metallica went in,
aye,
because they did that big version of Train Kept a Rolling at the end. With
aye.
like had Jeff, because he was there as like I guess a Jeff Beck, I think.
All right, okay.
And so he was there, so he knows Metallica, so he probably loves all these guys.
Aye. Couple of us
It's
have
like,
said to fucking well, it was Morello put together. Somebody's probably said to Morello, no, Ronnie, we give him a fucking shout. See if he'll
it's
come
like
down.
there's one of the Rolling Stones is available, and he's like 20 minutes away.
Aye.
We'll get him
But
in.
like he looked genuinely fucking delighted to be there.
Aye.
Like he was saying the fucking
Ronnie Wood's fucking great.
he's up
Yeah.
here, he's like, I'm on stage with Stephen Tyler, this is fucking brilliant.
Aye. Again, on stage, like Tyler absolutely killing it.
Aye.
No.
Like it was so good.
Morello, I had to laugh as well. I think it was Train Kept a Rolling.
He got his solo
Morello,
on.
he gets his little kill switch solo, which is again no criticism because that's what he does.
I'd been
That's what he's
waiting
good
for the heel set, the heel time he was on. I was like, he's got it.
It's like
Party
look,
slide.
if you've got a trick that you're good at, fucking and all the work he's put in. If you think he was just going to go, oh, I'll just stand at the back and I win a play. It's like no. Oh, there's a chance to play a song with KK Downing. There's a chance to play a song with Steven Tyler. There's a chance to play a song with one of the Rolling Stones. You bet your fucking ass I'm getting on there. And absolutely, quite right. He stole a little bit of the limelight. Quite fucking right. Deserves it.
Like I said, it was so fucking good. Like just like I reckon if Tyler fucking himself said like, look, I'm just not attempting fucking Sabbath or Ozzy. I'm not doing it. So I'll just be what I love.
There's nothing in that kind of like bluesy sort of like rock way that he would probably be comfortable doing.
I think Zeppelin were they for Wolverhampton or something?
They're Wolverhampton, so that's totally understandable.
Doing the road. Like, it's like close enough.
Yeah, like Robert Plant's a massive Wolves fan, so it's like they're for there.
Aye.
So it makes sense that we had the Supergroup B set covering Breaking a Lot and Whole Lot of Love. It's like right, that's Birmingham's other two big bands, just like mocked up nicely in the middle, and it was Tyler just came on, just a rock star. Like there's nae enough. See when there's nae people like Steven Tyler anymore. I know it's a lazy thing to say this, right? But see when one of these days we want to hate people like Steven Tyler, and this world will be such a worse place. Nae guys, he just looks like a fucking
he's
star.
got the fucking hat thrown off and the fucking jacket's off.
Hat's off. He's like fucking giving it fucking other moves and stuff.
Microphones out.
I thought this guy was fucked. It's like if this is him at like 40% capability, then fucking Papa V and fucking Billy and Lizzie Hale better up their fucking game.
Like I didn't get. I'm assuming he can only do like maybe 3 or 4 before he's like, nah, that's it, that'll do.
Yeah.
Before he's fucked.
Again,
but like
for him,
that's all he needed.
Right, for him, the 3 songs he did probably aren't that much of a strain.
Aye.
For him, because he's got the ability he's got. So, but I imagine if he was asked to start doing the more challenging Aerosmith stuff, with big notes, it would be tatties. So yeah, but massive thumbs up for most All-Star Group B.
Like, like I said, I think the three that Tyler did, I think it was just the perfect fucking palate cleanser just for if it was
Aye,
coming up. It's
yeah,
like, there you go. Here's three
we're
non-Sabbath
getting some,
songs because we're all
we're
get
getting some heavy metal coming. So it was like,
yeah. So obviously I was like, fucking Tyler comes off and I was like, top
I again, like I said again, fucking top that, lads. Like I
that.
said earlier on, like fucking Youngblood did it.
Aye.
Tyler then, who apparently Tyler's really good mates with Youngblood.
Is he?
I went to see him. There's a video on Instagram going about he did
Oh
a
no,
gig at
fuck, he
like
went to Belgium. The Youngblood did a
aye,
gig in Belgium the same night.
yeah.
He
But
flew
he's
straight to
also
Belgium.
there's also a video of him in a club in London called Prism,
Aye.
where basically like Youngblood's like it's like a lemon tree sized venue apparently,
Aye.
or maybe a little bit bigger, and Youngblood's like in the crowd up on this like fucking stand, and like there's Tyler just like standing looking up, just like tapping away with the music. It's like stupid fucking Tyler, it's like hugging it with this guy. It's like, okay, this guy's obviously legit.
Aye.
It's like if Tyler likes him, he's fine by me.
Aye. So yeah, so back to the metal.
Back to the metal, yeah. The rock and roll section of the show is over for now.
So we get Pantera, who I thought I thought they were a bit flat, if I
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't think they were as
Um,
good as they've been. Like some of the videos you've seen, like Sport Metallica, and obviously we saw them in February,
yeah,
and I didn't think they were anyway fucking close to being. And I get it, they're only playing 4 songs.
yeah.
It's like it didn't hit for me.
No, you're right. Straight up, like I mean, Cowboys from Ellen Walker, fucking great songs. There's no
Aye.
question of that. But just the
I thought,
Zach's guitar didn't sound right for the start,
aye,
and then it just stayed nae sounding right.
aye,
Um,
they didn't fix it.
and it didn't really pick up until, I mean, Planet Caravan obviously as a cover is
Aye,
very slow. Like
it's not fast.
it takes the air out the room a
Aye,
wee bit. But Electric Funeral was good, and they kind
aye,
of fixed it for that. But then if Zach Weld doesn't know how to make Electric Funeral sound right, then
aye,
Zach Weld would have a problem. You know what I mean? Ken also and he knows how to do that one. But yeah, they were definitely flat, and it was still decent. I enjoyed it, but
aye.
it was a little bit of disappointment.
So, aye, like I said, I just didn't have. I've seen them be better,
Yeah,
and I we get this thing where it's kind of there's no fucking Vinnie Paul and the fucking uh, Dimebag. It's not gonna be the same. Like it's
no,
gonna be close, but this
yeah,
just wasn't like I said, just a bit flat.
yeah.
Although
I mean,
it was the second time the arena turned to that and says, Martyn's gonna love this. Fun my I fucking got up and jumped in the pit.
I'm a Moa Ken. Like, look, he did a half decent job of the day.
Aye.
It's fine,
Like
Just
he was like game was due. Genuinely, was just a fan. You could see
aye,
him like
but
he was just delighted to be there. Fucking like he was. Do you see him outside
that's
just
why
snapping pictures and
it's like making it like I know I'm being a knob. I was being a knob about him to you guys in the group chat, but it's like, you know what? He behaved in the exact way I would have behaved.
aye,
And so it's like I can't really criticize him because all the things he did, selfies with this, fucking
aye,
hanging about behind Charlie, taking photos and stuff, taking videos and jipping up Ross Halfin as Ross Halfin's trying to take photos of the band, and he's like tapping Ross off the shoulder, going, "It's fucking Pantera," or I think it was Slayer. He did it during. I can't remember which one. It was one of the bands. He put an Instagram video up where he was just like hanging about bands, like, "Fuck is this? what am I doing here?" Which is fair enough. He's like,
aye.
he basically
Just a fan.
Absolute punter alert, and he did exactly like what I would have done. So
Aye.
I'm gonna get slagged
Yeah,
off for that.
you can't say that about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, overall just a bit flat. I thought,
But more importantly,
I was just about to say, Martyn gets on the board once again.
a fully unassailable 2-0 lead.
At this point, I'm looking at Fitz left. I'm thinking, "Oh fuck this."
With still what? With still
One,
what?
2, 3, 4,
Six,
four
six-
bands plus the Aussie and Sabbath.
four bars to go. You're thinking at this point already, Vago is requiring snookers.
It's like one of the other things we've got the same band, so we're fuck that in. This is that has been played before. That has been played before. This is a game out of Foley.
Aye. That's insane. What'd you get for a pair? Nothing in this game. Not in this game.
Yeah, so we move on to another band that we get a lot of content in the side metal chat. Tool. Um, I thought it was alright. I think, like I've mentioned before, I've tried to get into Tool so many fucking times, it just didn't work. I think if I saw them live, it'd be one of these bands where I'd get it.
Maybe, yeah. I just find the music is just impenetrable for me. Like, and the thing is, you watch him, and it's like they're probably Maynard's a great frontman. I know he doesn't class himself as a frontman, but he is.
Stand beside the drums.
He's a good singer, whatever you want to call him. The other three guys are arguably probably three of the best musicians in their specific role in any band that are going now. But it just leaves them a bit cold. It's like that, like you said about Danny Carey earlier on. It's like probably one of, if not the best drummer in the world. And it's just like, yeah, it's good, but I just don't know. Yeah, it just leaves me. It just doesn't do anything for me. It just leaves me.
Like I said, I enjoy that. I think if I ever saw them live some way, because I think they played. I looked it up. They played the headline download in 2006.
Yeah, I did. I went to see Ginger Wildheart instead.
That's the thing. I looked at the other bands in the bill and I'm thinking, I didn't remember seeing any of that fucking bands. So I think I might have just got pissed.
No, we made a thing where it was like because even back then I just
didn't. I think it was Ginger and was it All American Rejects was the other one was playing the second stage, and I looked at him thinking I wouldn't have gone to see either of those other bands, so I didn't know what the fuck I did.
You maybe went to the skate ramp or something. There was a skate ramp.
Possibly.
That year there was the big skateboarding arena as well, so you maybe went to that.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think it'd be one of these where if I saw them live, I would get it. Like, it's not, I didn't dislike them. I just can't get them.
Yeah.
If I was saying that, I thought Hand of Doom is up there with like top 3 covers of the day.
It was a good cover. I kind of fault them for that. It definitely is. It was a good cover. Absolutely.
Like looking at it, it's like I'll give you that. That's fine.
Yeah, it was good. No points for either of us though.
No points. No points. Still 2-0.
Still 2-0.
Next we get into not spoil anything, but I think this was the band of the day for me.
Yeah,
out with Ozzy and Sabbath. This was the band of the day.
I was just like literally away to say that exact words. Just come on, fucking.
It was fucking brilliant.
Just fucking holy shit. It shows what having I know they did some gigs last year, but it goes to show what having what was it 5 years they've had off, 4 years, something like that.
No, it'd be 5 because it was just before lockdown, wasn't it?
It's just it goes to show that having that time off, what's helped, because Araya was struggling before it. There's doing big tours and his voice and stuff. Just come on, absolutely, just fucking a proper we've got 6 songs. We've got 5 songs in a cover. Oh, good fucking luck. Here we go. 100 miles an hour. Nay fucking breath allowed.
Aye.
And you saw the crowd. I was 10 different circle pits.
Aye. Every bit of the arena, regardless of what it was like, was there's fucking mixing desk. Fucking pits opening up.
It's I was pits open. I was and that was it. Because it's Slayer.
Aye.
It's not just Slayer. It's fucking Slayer. And just fucking absolutely brilliant.
I think I've said before, I'm a massive fucking Gary Holt guy. I fucking love Gary Holt.
Yeah.
Seeing him as being that fucking tight with fucking Kerry.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. I think the only thing I like it doing, and we mentioned that Araya's voice is fucked. The screaming angel of death, it was a bit off. It's
It wasn't where it was, but then it's it's no 1986 anymore.
I didn't care how long Tom said to warm up or like I said it.
I'm willing to be the bigger man and say that it's not 1986 anymore.
Aye,
some singers, have a bit of trouble, repeating what they did back in the day when they were in their prime.
They just can't replicate it.
So I'm willing to be the bigger man and give him that.
Although I did enjoy them weaving the cover into South of Heaven. That
I
was a good move. Like I would sit
Yeah,
listening
because
to it, I
I'll
was
be
like,
honest,
hold on a minute.
I didn't really notice it at first because I was like, oh, they're doing wicked well, fucking okay, and then good beer. It was like, but it was so we're having basically the pizzas had arrived just before Slayer, so in turn the pizza, I'm like, oh, when did South of Heaven start? Oh wait, okay. It's like, all right, did that? It's like I didn't leave the chair. What's happened here? I was looking away, and that was really really good.
Aye.
Like again, that's the sort of thing they should be doing. Like Ken's like, I know it's not like it's not massively clever or anything, but it was just really
Aye.
good.
Nobody
And
else had
it's like,
done
oh,
it.
that's a cool
Aye.
thing you've done. Yeah,
Aye. Um, so yeah, like I said, for me that was band of the day.
yeah,
Um,
100%. Like easily the band of the day.
aye. Name our points on the board there, though, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a
Um,
shame for you.
yeah. We've got a couple minutes left, but before the next band, we got this Fred Durst video because he was
Oh,
obviously named. He was named on the poster. He was going to be there,
yeah,
and he wasn't. He turned up. And what I thought this looked like when he was doing the bit at the start, explaining what he was doing, it very much looked like somebody's behind the camera with a gun, like you're going like read the fucking script.
you're basically you're not allowed to leave the country, so you weren't allowed to come to the UK for some reason, but you will say these words.
Aye. That's what it sounded like.
And it was like it was a perfectly serviceable,
Aye.
Limp Bizkit style cover.
It was better than
It's
some of the
nowhere
other
near the
covers
worst.
they've done.
It's well, yeah. I was aware to say that it's nowhere near the worst cover they've done
No,
by a long way.
I love that. Yes.
But it was fine.
The cover that I somehow missed and went back and listened. I was like, oh no, this is fucking dog shit. Holy fuck! How the fuck did I miss this? Yeah,
Yeah, but it was fine.
yeah,
Again, it's like something like that breaks up the thing, so it's not
aye,
just all videos and
aye.
repeats of stuff. So
They need to be
yeah,
someone in there.
yeah, it was fine. It's a nice easy one for them to do.
So we're just about out of time for this bit, so we'll come back for the final few bands. The next one that we'll probably be spend a little bit of time on, I think.
I've just got things to say, and then we'll say them, and then we can move on. So we'll be back after these messages.
Yes, hopefully. And welcome back to part three of the back to the beginning Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne roundup. And now we're into the fucking some of the juicier bits, let's say.
Get into the real meat.
Yeah. So let's just get into it. We had Guns N' Roses, stage turns
Yeah.
around, there's a piano on it. You're thinking this is got to go one of two ways.
Yeah, we knew what was as soon as I saw the piano, we knew what was coming. No,
Yeah.
the cover we never thought would get
Nope.
them doing because it would have been too easy. Why would they bring a piano? I mean, they brought a fucking piano, but they didn't bring the two keyboard sample piano player and backing vocalists.
Yes.
That was a mistake, wasn't it?
See,
Obviously, they'd had a gig the night before. I think it was Stockholm the night before.
Aye.
And then obviously they'd raced over for it with, I don't know if it was their own gear or whatever like that, that's not really
I
important.
think, like, obviously it's a charity gig, nobody was paid, but I think
Yeah.
there was the paid travel expenses. I think
Yeah,
so. It's like maybe they says that it the piss boys.
yeah. I mean, but there's 7 folk in the band.
Yeah.
I mean, there's it's like the band is the band.
Aye.
You know what I mean? It's like
I mean, originally it was
just
just meant to be Slash and Duff. That was
Yeah.
when it first came out.
well,
Slash and Duff.
I've read some stuff during the week, obviously, that
Aye.
when they were putting the band together, that basically GNR got in touch with Morello and says,
Aye.
"Why haven't you asked us?"
Aye. I read that today.
But it was just like, okay, yeah, they could have done something. Yeah, but just though, like, but it's fine. Okay, they were there.
I mean, they didn't play the entire. It's all right. It's just
They
like the
didn't
first.
play the entire. Look, the thing was right. Immediately, he plays it's all right, but he does it at twice the speed. He does. He did version on the Live Era album, or when they
Aye,
used to do it back in '92 was. So it's like immediately, it's like if you're insistent on doing that, do you have to do it? Did it need to be done?
aye,
You could have just done the first like little bit and then got it off. I mean, but okay,
aye. I get you trying to
fine.
squeeze it in. Okay.
He's trying to squeeze it in because he clearly likes that song because he's been playing it since 1992.
Aye,
Brilliant. Okay, I get that. That's your indulgent moment.
yeah.
I mean,
And we
you
get
know,
the first fucking little wobble where he's like, his mic's not really working.
yeah.
It's like,
And
oh,
there's like, I've taken obviously like I did do it to go through some things. Um, one song on all day, one song from Technical Ecstasy.
yep.
There's a reason, kids. There's a reason.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's a Bill Ward song. It's the
And it's a
Aussie. It's
Bill
like,
Ward song.
aye, it's like,
State Aussies. It's like okay. So immediately a very
aye.
self-indulgent choice.
Red flags are up.
More importantly, though, the next song, you got on the board.
Yeah. One we both called was like, oh, can we Aussie track with the really sweet Axel? Never say die.
It should suit him.
It might have done fucking 20 years ago.
I think they know what they've actually. I think I'll need to double check it, but they actually played it. They were playing in Kaunas last night
All right,
in
okay.
Lithuania,
They've
and they
redone it.
actually did. They did never. I think it was Never Say Die. They did. So they've now dusted it off, and it's on the
Aye.
rotation of the covers that they do.
We'll have to see if it's improved any for the version that they done the right.
I'll be honest. I've not had time to look at time. It's a weird one. It was a big arena. Obviously a big stadium arena they
Aye.
played, but there isn't a lot of footage going around.
All right, okay.
I know I'm not saying it's because it's Lithuania or anything like that, but it's just a weird one where there's not a lot of footage, or usually there's like hundreds of little clips and this and that
Aye.
and online gimmicks and shit. So yeah, it didn't really suit his voice. Just this is a thing, right? I've got to say this. As I said at the start, I was in Munich fucking 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks
Aye.
ago, saw them, and that isn't reflective of how
Aye.
he was like
Well,
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, to pull back the curtain a little bit. As I was watching this, like 3 songs in, I'm texting Martin like, were they this bad in Munich?
No, and they generally weren't. And also, like, the guys we were sitting watching it with, there was 6 of us watching it, and Paul Wayne was there. He was with us in Munich as well, and he's the same reaction as me. Is like, why is he doing this?
Aye.
He's doing it? He's doing everything in the high register,
Aye.
and so that when it comes to the high notes, there's nowhere to
Aye.
go. It's just him, and then he's like, I think it's like he's trying to do that, so then he's running out of breath, and so he's pushing through the lines, and so he's trying to finish the lines quicker,
Aye.
which means he's then ahead of the band,
Well,
which
see,
makes it then sound like more of a mess.
I think apart from Belladonna, he was the only one who ran the entire length of the stage, like right to the wings. And I
Yeah.
think Funny's out there, whether he can't get the fucking there's no reception in his fucking earpiece, or he just can't hear things out there. So he's just hit to guess for the song is. So game is
I think
duty.
there's that.
Maybe
There's
that's the reason he's out of time. Nay, because
this
he's
tour,
just fucked
like
it.
this tour, they've obviously got the new drummer, his boy Isaac
Aye.
Carpenter, and before again, this is like very very geeky GNR superfan bullshit. Supposedly in his in ears, all he really had before was the drums and the bass, and then the guitar's really low,
Aye.
and he used to follow the drummer Frank Ferrer, who was the old one, and that was what he would follow. And I've heard like sometimes it gets leaked, like, oh, we've got 3 songs of Axel's in your monitors and stuff because
Aye.
people are fucking amazing at nicking stuff like that off of soundboards. And so I've heard stuff like that, and it's like, right, okay. And I don't know if it's maybe been different for this tour, because there was, like I said, and I'm honest, in Munich there was a couple of times where he was ahead of the band. He got ahead of the band.
It might just be this gig.
Yeah,
Like I said,
it's
the
like,
way the sound set up, maybe just didn't. Somebody's
yeah,
fucked it, or
there is points where he does though. He does get he's too high,
aye.
and and he gets like that. I mean, I've said before, they do the Velvet Revolver song Slither. I've never seen it be anything other than adequate. I know why they do it, because Slash gets to do his big Guitar Hero moment,
Aye.
because the solo in it is like it's too good natty.
Aye.
So I get that. I get why they want to do it, but it's like, he did that. I mean, fucking Junior's eyes. Come on to fuck Axel. Okay.
He was throwing in some deep fucking cuts.
I didn't. I'll be honest, right? I've listened to those albums. I didn't even know that song.
I had to look it up. Like, not
It's
looking at
like
it, I was like, is this it? I said, I don't think that's a GNR song. I'm
it's
fairly
like
sure it's Sabbath, but I couldn't tell you which one it is.
it doesn't have its own Wikipedia page. It links to the
Aye.
album.
Aye.
That's how you fucking know it's a deep cut, right? It just links to the album, and there's like a wee bit of it. Like, so I didn't know the song, so I'm like, okay. So I'm just like sitting like, okay. So I'd no frame of reference really,
Aye.
but again,
You're thinking,
having then listened to it
like
back,
Slash and
pushing.
Duff, they're doing all right. It's good that the band's actually playing it. You think that?
The band are the thing is the band are tight as fuck. That's the
Aye.
thing, is the band are generally tight as fuck. The boy Isaac, the drummer, is Duff's old drummer anyway.
Is it?
So they're
Right,
like
okay.
really good mates. And
Aye.
when they were, it was Walking Papers and Loaded was the two
Aye.
bands Duff had.
Aye.
So they're tight as fuck. So they know what they're doing. It just again it did need Melissa and Dizzy there helping with the backing
Just help.
vocals.
Aye.
Uh,
Game on.
and same as like Sabbath Bloody Sabbath is the
Aye.
same, where like they'd been heard sound checking it a couple of days before.
Aye.
And it's like, okay, and I was like, I don't know if that's a good choice, like, but okay,
Yeah.
wasn't a good choice.
No.
There was bits of it that were fine, and there was like very small bits of all the songs, right? There are very small bits where it's like, that's good, but there's not a lot of them.
Aye.
Like
he actually is due. He looked fit and he looked like he looked like he was in a good time.
He's generally been working. Like, the truth is, for what I've read, all that he's generally been working his arse off and trying to get in really good shape.
Aye. And there was one point he tripped to. It was at Duff's fucking pedal stack. He tripped to the pedal board, and you think, if that had been 20 years ago, and the toys were doing at the pram and the fucking microphone would be chucked, and
if I was 92, he'd have been straight in the limo and away.
Aye.
Before their time was up.
But now he's like, he backed across stage and like, oh, just me tripping or something in there.
Because it's just like, it's so annoying that like, as a person, he's sorted himself out, like in the attitude and the mood stuff.
Aye.
But it's also when his voice is starting to kind of fail on him. His voice is starting to fail on him a bit.
Aye.
But it's like, he can do these, like, obviously we'll come to the two GNR songs in a minute.
Yeah.
He can do this. He can do that stuff. He's got to know when he sings in like a lower register, like he'll do like Bad Obsession or Pretty Tied Up or It's So Easy. Why the fuck did they not open with It's So Easy? A nice low one.
Aye.
Name many high bits that he could have done. Just kind of like get himself moving, get himself
his
going.
eye in.
Aye, I mean, credit to him. He did 4 covers.
Aye, that was the thing. Like, I'm thinking, like, at this point, I'm thinking there must be the GNR stuff, and it must be getting better now. Like, he's got to be hitting the stuff he's been doing for fucking like 30, 40 years now.
He should have opened, like, I mean, he should have opened with So Easy.
Aye.
And it would have been like, fine, kid, he would have got his voice in. It would have been a case of, right, monitors, Ken, because he's got the gimmick that he fucks about with on his waistband.
Aye.
It does that, right? Okay, I'm happy with the levels now. Okay, but instead, I think he probably couldn't really hear himself and was trying to kind of get there, and
Aye.
he wasn't getting there. And then, fucking, it was really noticeable on the two GNR tracks.
Aye, that was the thing. I was like I said, I thought, oh my goodness, the GNR, he's got, like, you'll be able to hit these things because he does things that, if this is his songs, and it's like,
yeah,
they've not got any better. Fuck.
Welcome to the Jungle, especially the last name Melissa. There is lots of sample. Like when they did Glastonbury last year, the footage is on YouTube. You can know, anybody can go find it.
Yeah.
She does, like, there's loads of like the sampling and stuff. There's obviously, like, I know it sounds daft because it's like, it doesn't really add much, but there's like, obviously there's like there's like keyboards. There's like Dizzy does like bongos and all this fucking shit. That adds the sound. He does do backing vocals. All the high bits after the bit where it breaks down and he does the "Do you know where the fuck you are" thing, she's in the background doing the ooh ooh thing. So that's not there.
The bit Duff did it, and
Duff did it.
It sounded shite.
And it sounds shite because Duff isn't a fucking 29-year-old female classically trained singer.
Aye.
Where she can cover for the bits, and she does sing under him at points, and it's like, oh, okay, and it just wasn't there. and it's like it's the first time they've played as a 5-piece since like 1991 or something,
Thinking that,
and it fucking showed.
I liked like the band itself, like it's stripped back. Kind of the
Yeah.
band were tight as fuck, and it was good. Like you could see there was kind of it was not fucking huge Marshall stacks on it. It was just like fucking very fucking basic.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
the
like,
thing is,
but it's like
they were having a good time.
they
They were
needed
having a
somebody
good
there to
time.
get
It
us
looked like
land.
it looked like they were enjoying themselves,
Aye.
and that's part of the thing.
Well,
where like,
apart from it, the camera cut to Slash at one point, and fucking Axel's about 2 beats ahead of him, and you could hear Slash because
aye,
come on the fuck.
because he could hear it, and it's like, you know, again, it's like, but that's something that needs to be sorted,
Aye.
And it's whether that's, you know,
And I get it,
stop
like-
paying your
Aye.
yes men around you telling you that that was fine.
Aye.
You know,
And
you noticed at the side the little tent appeared at the side of the stage for him. Because he does nick off, and I assume it's oxygen he takes on or something
Aye.
like that.
Oh, aye.
Which no shame in it. No, I know fucking Halford does it,
Aye.
so no problems with that. But it was just very funny. The tent appears, and it's clearly just a tent they've got for like B&Q kind of gazebo, because it had the panel hid the
Aye, the
windows to the
window.
side. I really got a kick out of that, and it's one of the hangers on for the, you know, the management family that's like the one who's in charge of holding the door open for him. And it's like, all right, okay, no bother. But like, there was parts of Welcome to the Jungle that were terrible, but and Paradise City. Sorry, there were parts that were terrible, but there were parts that were really good.
Aye.
You know, but he doesn't do that 1992, 1993 voice anymore.
No.
Okay, he did it. He tried doing it before the big crescendo bit at the end of Paradise City, where he does the home and he does the yeah, and he came right down and went yeah. It's like, oh, maybe the end's going to be good, and then he went back. He went straight back up there.
Aye.
And it's like,
Yeah, it wasn't good. Like I said, the
For
band themselves was good. Like you can't fault the playing, but it's like just the Axel was just
for the benefit of listeners out there, I'll just repeat what I said in the group chat to you guys, where it's like it's basically it was like watching your favorite pub burn down, because it's like, you know, I know that he can be better than that.
Aye.
I watched him 2 weeks ago be better than that. But for like a worldwide audience to be seeing that, and of course now all I'm going to get is smart arses were like, oh, he's like fucking, what's it is it Hector from Family Guy? What's the fucking old guy?
Yeah,
Whatever the old guy is. It's all that, or it's fucking Mickey Mouse,
Mickey
or
Mouse,
it's this stuff. It's like, aye, yeah, very good. Cheers, thanks, lads. It's like, look, I have got a bit of respect for myself. If he sounded like that all the time, you think I'm spending that kind of money to go to fucking Germany?
There was like
Germany to fucking stand and watch him do that. Absolutely fucking not.
There was a couple of reviews I read, and they're like, oh, again, Axel, his voice was on top form, and again, one of the bands, and there's like,
somebody said
you listening to this?
Somebody said that Bloody Sabbath was one of the highlights of the day.
Fuck off.
And I'm like, well, I really appreciate you saying that, because it makes me feel better.
And yeah, I mean, maybe they weren't getting the vocal tracks, it was just the band in it again. But there's a
lot of people, there's a lot of folk that have kind of, you know, are basically just like defending him for the sake of defending him. But like, no, I'm never going to get into the inner circle, so I can be critical as a fan. I'm entitled to do that. There's a lot of fans that are just like, oh no, Axel. It's like, no, it's like there was parts that weren't very good, and there were parts that were really, really bad. And it needs to be said. You need to be honest with yourself about it.
And like I said, I get it. A thing like this, where it's probably very little rehearsal times and getting sound checks or whatever, it's just like you're thrown on. There you go. There's your fucking time, and get off again.
I mean, we'll come to Metallica next.
Aye.
Like, there were points with Metallica where Hetfield was miles off as well.
Yeah.
But it was like tiny points.
Aye.
And it was like, okay, it's okay, because he's like, he's then also went and did like the steamed into fucking Creeping Death or For Whom the Bell Tolls, and it was fine.
Yeah.
But when you're in that kind of thing, that tribute show kind of thing, it's, you know, you've got to be a bit better.
Aye.
Choose your moments a bit better.
Yeah.
Don't do 6 songs in a row where you're not taking a rest. I mean, it's just silly, you know.
Yeah. Maybe done a D4 covers.
Done a D4 covers. D songs you're comfortable with, yeah.
Aye. So yeah, as we mentioned, that was a point each.
3-1.
So we're 3-1. The comeback's on. I'm on the board. So as we mentioned, we're into Metallica. So I thought, just standing with it. I've not got a lot to say about this.
No, I
Just
mean, I did the same, yeah.
the
It's
only
like,
thing I
look,
would say is I would have started with Battery. Like they come off stage halfway through the fucking set
yeah,
to do the intro to come back on again. Just put it at the start,
again, I mean, is that the smart move though, to give James and Lars a rest?
possibly. But it's a
Like, I know,
rest. You're only playing 6 songs. Did they really
I
need a
don't know
rest?
what, well, Axel did. He needed a rest. He didn't
Axel
take
needed
one.
put down.
He didn't take one, but you know, I mean, if no, if they'd done that where they had, I don't know, something in the middle with like a 30-second, 40-second interlude, maybe. But yeah, I mean, it was basically Metallica's like your pretty much like your Metallica stock greatest hits. I know
You're,
there's that word, there's that Metallica word from Some Kind of Monster, stock. Um, I got to say, I got a massive kick out of them not doing Enter Sandman.
Aye.
I really enjoyed that they didn't play it, because there's lots of people who'd be like, "Oh yeah, fucking Enter Sandman." Yeah, it's like, nah, fuck you. This is a metal. This is
Not
a
was sitting
metal
there
day.
like,
This isn't a day for the hits.
like, not was sitting there thinking, they got playing Unforgiven next. I think you better fucking know.
Yeah,
Which I didn't think
but
they were going to, because they weren't going to play like a slowing. This was
no,
going to be fucking bang, 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 you
yeah.
go.
For them to do like, because they Creep in Death, Who the Bell Tolls, Battery, and Master of Puppets,
Aye.
it's like, here you go. This is like basically them saying this is why we're like the biggest metal band in the world,
Aye.
because here you go. Here's four absolute fucking bangers.
Aye.
It's like fucking no. If we're being honest, Battery is just them showing off. You know, it really is. You know, like it's like they could have played Fuel or something. You know, and like folk would have loved it. But for them to go properly, here's like motherfucking Battery. It's like, oh, you bastards. You know what I mean? It is just
Aye.
and hey, they've got yeah, every right to them to do it. You know,
Yeah.
the covers were fine.
Again, I know about a deep cut there with fucking Johnny Blade.
Johnny Blade, a very deep cut as well. Which one? I'll be honest, I didn't know that one either.
No.
Because it's like, look, we had fucking, what was it? 3 songs? Was it 3 songs from Never Say Die?
3 for Never Say Die, 1 for Derek Cassidy. It's
Yeah,
like,
what the fuck are we doing here, lads? You know what I mean? What? You know, there was only 1 song all day from Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, and that was GNR. They did it. But I'm sitting listening to 3 songs from Never Say Die. Are you actually mugging me off, lads? Come on.
I mean, it was good. Like, I enjoyed it.
They were good. Enjoyed it. I mean, it's Metallica. No, they're the biggest metal band in the world, and they were really good. So, yeah.
Although I did say
it.
actually, it's like, how many times in the recent years have they played support?
Yeah.
Like, the only one I could think of was, I wasn't sure, mine that did that thing in the desert. Was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago? There was Minor. That was, I can't even put it together. But it was like, it was them, Priest.
Oh yeah.
I think was it Maiden did it, and there was a handful of names. But
it was Maiden and GNR one night. It was Priest and
there were 6. Was it two? The two?
Tool and Metallica. I think it was Tool and Metallica one night. It was meant to be Ozzy, remember? Because it was Ozzy and someone else, and Ozzy had to cancel, so Priest stepped in.
Yes.
So it was Maiden and GNR was one of the nights. Tool and Metallica were the other night.
Aye.
And Priest and someone else was the other with the middle.
Aye, so maybe Metallica did think like that was the only thing I could think. I couldn't think who else played it. I was thinking, did they go on before Priest?
Yeah.
But it's like, it was like, how many times have they, like, when was the last time they played support to anybody?
Yeah. In terms of these type of gigs, like obviously they did like Live Earth or whatever it was. No, the one at Wembley where it was like,
oh, aye, yeah.
Where it was like, it wasn't like live. No, the one it was like basically about like, like the environment stuff.
Aye, yeah.
And they were on in the middle of the day. But other than that, probably the last time they probably properly supported somebody was probably when they toured with GNR.
Aye.
In 92.
92.
In terms of, there's probably 1 or 2 times since then that they've done it.
Aye.
Like charity things and stuff like.
Odd festival here and there maybe. But
or like they played before they played before Motorhead one time at the birthday bash.
Aye.
But other than that, nay properly. But
no.
Yeah. Again, Battery and Master Puppets is much like Slayer did to GNR. Battery and Master Puppets is very much like I know you're Ozzy Osbourne, but fucking follow
that. Yeah. What that's basically what they were there for. Just that get the crowd fucking just pumped.
Yeah,
The last wee push for Ozzy comes on. So yeah, again, no points there.
no points there for either of us. So you're by this point you are requiring snookers.
Yes. Which looking if it was left, like the Sabbath, we had exactly the same. So it's like, well,
Yeah.
oh, and Ozzy needs the same with it here, and even then, I'm fucked. I still can't do it. So yeah, this was a bit that had me fucking biting my nails. I'm like, then I'd be shite. Just then I'd be shite, Ozzy.
It was,
Like,
and I know they've,
then I wheel him on the fucking wheelchair. Like, just
I
like
mean,
these someone.
they did it the right way. I mean, obviously, we'd seen on the stage there was that bit, and like there was the taped off bit at the front.
Aye,
And I assumed they were just going to bring him on the throne and plunk him down.
aye,
No, or the stage would turn, he'd be there, and they'd just push him forward.
aye.
But him coming up through the stage and getting pulled back, actually, it worked really well. I thought
Aye.
it was much better.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was like, he got that kind of the big entrance with
Aye, they played the video.
the video and stuff, and obviously then the what's it called, the classical music. I can't remember what it's called again.
Yeah.
That playing, which is like brilliant. That was great. And it's like, it's Ozzy straight into I Don't Know, and he was good. No, he wasn't great at points, but he's a fucking 70-odd-year-old man with Parkinson's. And
but it's like after the first 2 or 3 lines, you think, this is gonna be all right.
Yeah,
we're gonna be fine.
It's like we don't have to defend him, but no, he's a man in his 70s who's got Parkinson's and a broken neck.
Aye.
You know, and also he's lived the life Ozzy Osbourne's had as well.
The amount of drugs and booze he's put on. Yeah. He probably shouldn't be alive now, but
all those excuses aren't needed because he was genuinely really good.
Aye.
And it was like, right, fucking brilliant. You know, obviously helped by the back of the band being tight as fuck. You know.
But you could see fucking Zach keeping an eye on him. It's like he's getting near a hand for this, but all fucking
because Zach was like, you know, keeping near him and doing vocals and stuff like that at bits. Helping him with Mum and coming home.
Which we'd called he was getting to do. Like Zach was getting to help him with it.
But again, Tommy Clufetos and Mikkey are fucking great musicians. So it's like
just they're not showing off. They're just there, fucking bam, just to.
Aye, yeah, and so that was really good. Yeah, and I thought they picked the right songs as well.
Aye,
you know, just in terms of like, obviously, like again, Suicide's like, I Don't Know. And Mr. Crowley's obviously not a quick one. Suicide Solution isn't really a quick one.
Nah,
so it kind of helps.
They singing wise, no.
You know, so it helps him out. No, obviously, spoiler for the listeners out there as well. But when he started doing "Mama, I'm Coming Home," I just messaged Vago and just went, "I fucking told you." that was the winning goal for me, basically.
Yeah, that was.
but his set was the right thing, because I saw some interviews with Tony Iommi saying that he was worried that Ozzy was going to like just knacker himself,
burn himself out before.
And saying, he said they were concerned about doing 5. Apparently, no, need to jump ahead, but apparently Sabbath had rehearsed Fairies Wear Boots and Black Sabbath as well.
Aye, well, I did see that. You said they'd rehearsed 6 or 7.
Yeah, supposedly they'd rehearsed and really like road tested 6.
Aye.
But they thought Ozzy was like, I want to do these 5 and then 4, and it's like, okay, fine, okay then.
Aye, that was the way, like, you come out and says, look, wasn't sure if he was going to be burnt out doing that. He wasn't sure if he was going to be burnt out doing like just Ozzy straight in the Sabbath.
Yeah.
Although it was one of the boys, one of my pals, Paul was there. He was saying he thinks he's probably harmed Mayor by coming off and he can go back on again straight. Like if he just didn't bam straight to the Aussie stuff into Sabbath, he might. There was definitely
a delay.
Like in it,
delay between the two of them. Yeah,
it wasn't bad by any fucking means.
No, but again, like I think they picked out the right 5. You know, like I Don't Know is a slightly quicker one.
Aye.
3 slow vocal ones, and then obviously he gets to do the big, you know, Crazy Train's the big finish.
Aye.
Which great, it's fine. It's is it the 5 I would pick? You can kind of go, oh well, maybe Over the Mountain or blah 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 or this or that.
Aye.
But it's his final gig. These are the 5 he clearly wanted to do.
Aye.
Who the fuck am I argue? And they were great.
Aye, you could see like Mama Coming Home. You could see it like he probably fucking used voices getting going. He breaking down. Yeah. It was getting to him.
It was like that's the thing. Is like kind of some folk are like saying, oh, he was struggling during it. Well, he was getting emotional.
Aye.
Because this is the thing of he's always said this is the one, and this is like I say, this is why I picked this one as one I thought he would do, is because he always said, goes, oh, I would always say this to Sharon at the end of a tour, Mama, I'm coming home.
Aye.
And it's like, aye, yeah. So it's like, obviously he's got to do it, and this is to finish on do the big finish with Crazy Train.
Aye.
But yeah, it was fucking
It
great.
was
You know,
good.
just
Like, can't fault it. Like,
yeah, it's Aussie.
aye.
You know, and it was Aussie, and it was really good. No, and it was better than it had any right to be.
Aye.
Let's be honest.
Given the shape Ozzy, like you could see him in it, he was fucking desperate just to get up.
Yeah, I had a few times pushing himself up in that, and no, there's, I
Just
think
getting
they hit a go at
frustrated, I
people,
think.
but there was a lot of people were desperate for this to be a fucking shambles.
Aye.
There was a lot of kind of online stuff about people just like, oh, Ken, no, and you can have your opinions about his wife and Ken the things they've done
Aye.
for Ken money and Ken cash-ins and stuff like that, which is maybe valid, but there's a lot of people who are just choking for it to be a bit of a mess,
Aye.
and it would be miles out of tune, and him need to be able to do it properly, and for him to be able to do what he did, it's basically a fucking miracle. When you read about what he's supposedly done, it's like he's basically been off his medication because it makes him tired.
Aye.
So he's basically spent like the 3 days of leading up to the gig in agony, so he could be sharp for doing it, and it's like fucking great.
Aye.
And then we've got to say that obviously post concert as well, he's like sharp as fuck to be like the DJ said, "You're not fucking marrying my daughter." It's like it's like but apparently some space cadet that isn't a fucking Ken that doesn't know where he is, and it's like
that was the thing. I was
straight away he fucking does that.
He was, some podcast or other or interview he did with somebody, and you could see like he was completely fucked, like genuinely. But he was like,
He does that.
But the mind, he was like I fucking hate it, and fucking a handshake, and just the body's like the mind's here, but just everything else is just parking in.
Who's it? He does that thing. Is it Billy Duffy? He does that podcast with. Who is it?
It might have been that one.
Is it Billy Duffy? He does that one with, and sometimes it's like, can you like, Ken, he's not quite there, and but he was clearly just like Ken sharp as fuck.
Aye.
And I'm basically a week of being told how much Abdi loves him.
Aye.
And that probably helps as well.
That's
just
thing,
like
getting
the respect for people.
He's there like fucking again saying, "Oh, kind of he loves the countdown." And it's like sometimes you see bands say that and you think, "Aye, okay," but you like Ozzy said, you could genuinely believe that that's what he means.
Yeah, he does. He believes it. Yeah,
that's the only reason he's doing it. It's just for the fans.
Because it's one of those things where it's like he doesn't need the money.
No, I mean,
it's like
Sharon might for a new face, but aye.
I was the guy to be nasty about her. I was going to be nice. It's like
low hanging fruit.
100. No, look. As much as the things I've disagreed with things her and her family have done in the past in terms of bands and stuff, and her old man especially. 140 million quid for charity is need to be sniffed at.
No, you can't argue with it. But yeah, like I said, it's far better than it deserved to be.
Yeah.
And then we get into the Sabbath thing. And the first thing I'll say about this is how fucking good is Geezer?
Yeah.
Genuinely, just fucking ripping it.
the end of War Pigs, because obviously War Pigs is quite slow, but he's still giving it fucking Ken boom 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 boom. Ken, he's all over the fretboard. But then it gets to the fast bit at the end, and it's like, it's like as if there was ever any doubt that he's still got it. It's like Geezer still fucking got it. This opens up now the kind of like I've seen loads of people after it being like, why don't Tony and Geezer just tour as like the Sabbath All Stars or something?
Just get a couple of boys in and
it's like fucking okay, just get fucking Belladonna and Charlie in. I'm there. I'm fucking in. I mean, generally, like Pantera kind go on forever, so Charlie's going to have some spare time. He clearly doesn't like being at home.
No,
he's forever touring with other bands.
So
it's like right, get fucking I get Charlie or somebody and fucking whoever you want in to sing. Then I'm kidding.
No Sammy Hagar.
No Sammy Hagar, no Axel. Because he'd want to do fucking shit for Never Say Die and fucking Technical Ecstasy. That's why. If you could guarantee to stick to the first 6 albums, then we could talk.
Yeah.
But Geezer was on fucking such good form. I read a thing with it was the same interview with Tony Iommi saying how they were kind of worried with Bill because it's like he never plays the same thing twice.
And
even now it's like he's still a fucking like he's just a law unto his own.
Aye.
And it's like, yeah, and he was like, there was times where like, it was like, see, I don't know if it's basically because we've listened to Sabbath for years, right? But we've listened to like Aussie versions of Sabbath stuff for over
Aye.
like like the Talk of the Devil solo live album and stuff, or like there's like the famous Faith No More cover of War Pigs, or the Ugly Kid Joe version of NIB, where
Aye.
it's like, is it maybe just that? What's it? Is it the kind of the Mandela effect thing where we think the drums on the Sabbath songs sound like this, and they actually didn't. And so when Bill Ward's playing the songs, is it maybe just me thinking, oh, he's playing beneath himself there, but he's probably not. He's just playing the songs how he
Aye.
wants the songs to sound,
Aye.
because he's not like showing off or being flashy.
What was the thing? I was either Ozzy or Tony. It was one of the two of them I saw on TV last week. He was about kind of folk think heavy means kind of loud, fast guitars. That's what heavy means. It doesn't it? It's like you need a tight drummer and fucking bass player just fucking filling in all the fucking gaps so the guitar player and the vocals can just leave it the fucking one.
Yeah, I mean, because
and that was the thing. Like
honest.
I've seen Sabbath twice before, but twice plus Heaven and Hell. So I've seen Geezer fucking 3 times,
Yeah.
and I didn't remember being like that much that the bass being that intense, like all over the place. I was like, I didn't mind that. I'm genuinely in awe. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, it's like you said, it doesn't need to be like, oh, it's loud and it's flashy and stuff. It's like, no, because they invented a genre of music which is basically just them playing really heavy blues.
Aye.
Bill's
playing jazz
lyrics.
and Geezer's playing blues in the fucking bass and that.
Yeah. It's like it is. It's just really heavy blues with lyrics that aren't "woke up this morning and the woman left me," which is basically the standard blues stuff. Yeah, it's like they write words, the right words. Oh my god, they write lyrics about like other stuff, and okay, that's where the heaviness comes from.
Yeah,
writing about War Pigs or fucking Black Sabbath or an Iron Man. It's like they've invented this genre, and it's like it doesn't have to be oh, let's turn everything up to 11 and compress everything and make it like a wall of noise.
That's all I think. Like Ayomi, like it's genuinely he's like the most rock star. Like he looks cool as fucking stage, but he does absolutely fucking nothing. He just stands like Ozzy saying, "Oh, again, Tony Iommi," and he just fucking waving a nod, and that was it. Like most folk would, I come on, but I just thought, just let this play.
And like a wee wave, kid just waves like you're kid like. Why are you named more? I mean, I understand why he's named more arrogant because he's Tony Iommi. And it's like, I invented it. I invented this shit.
I need to be.
I did. I'm the architect of all this shit. I don't need to be. I've had folk kissing my ass all day, telling me how great I am. It's like, and he's probably just like, yeah, I know.
Jet, I was one point like, and it was just kind of I know.
And it's like, yeah, so. But the Sabbath were just great as well.
Aye.
Like Iron Man was so good.
Yeah.
Like I fucking love Iron Man. Just fucking hell. What
I was the whole day. I was like, need to play War Pigs yet. It's just they have to play War Pigs now. They fucking have to. And it opened me up. I was like, thank fuck.
Again, just like I said, like they had to do
NIB so they could get Geezer his fucking bass bit at the start.
Yeah, he gets his little show off moment. It's just fine,
And like I said, like we predicted, they were going to finish with Paranoid. That was it.
Yeah, and again, 3 songs that, again, aren't as super quick.
No.
For Ozzy to do. I mean, I know there's obviously faster bits in them, but War Pigs isn't really that fast. NIB's not that fast. Iron Man, has got nice slow bits in it as well.
Aye.
So it's you do your best to nurse them through, but and yes, there is there other songs I would have liked to hear him do? Probably aye. But it's also like, how can you?
If that's the 4, I'm happy with that.
They did 1 for the first album and 3 for Paranoid, so they did 3 for the most famous album.
Aye. Well, I think.
Okay.
Was it the first album Paranoid? The which means Rat Salad on? Is that the first thing?
That's on Paranoid.
Aye. Well, they played everything on Paranoid apart from Rat Salad. Aye. They through the whole day, every track was played for Paranoid apart from Rat Salad. Aye. Was that like a?
Yeah, because I've got this. Yeah, I've got I was what? Well, I was one from Black Sabbath. Well, the cover on the covers by the covers bands. There was one for Sabbath, five from Paranoid, three from Master of Reality, five from Volume 4, which includes changes twice. To be fair, I've put that in. Same with Electric Funeral. Sorry, and Paranoid. One for Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Two from Sabotage, which includes a drum off, and then Technical X Day 1 and 3 for Never Say Die.
Aye. No business saying 3 I can never say die. Fuck off.
Again, you could have done that any way you want. So it's like,
yeah. The other thing I text you boys during the it was not turned on saying, why is Tom Jones here? It's fucking Tony Omi. Fucking
it's
wise
like,
up.
it's like you're what I get thrown out in a minute, Quine.
Come on, the fuck. Oh, no, it was isn't it?
It's like looks nothing like him.
He's got a little bit of a beard in some places and a little bit curly. Come on.
It's like Tom Jones is grey.
But yeah, like I said, it was again far better than it deserved to be.
Yeah, perfect. Like it was exactly what it needed to be.
Yeah,
and it gave like kind of if that's Aussie's it will be, and I'm sure that can because they probably kind of put him through that again to do even to do 2 or 3 songs. He probably kind of put himself through that because it'll be after they're doing the Comic Con this weekend. After that, they'll be away back to the States, I imagine, and that'll be it. And probably the perfect ending. The whole point of the gig back to the beginning.
Aye, they got the 4 original boys. Like obviously the last thing the Nate Billboard. Now 4 boys at Villa Park, like probably a couple of miles before I fucking grew up.
Yeah, stone's throw for further were formed at Aston, just perfect.
Aye.
Yeah.
So I think we'll come back. I've got just a couple of things there, to a few fucking threads to clear up. So we'll come back for a little bit, and we'll just finish up. But yeah, all in all, a great fucking day. Just fucking, like I said, gutted I wasn't there. Just genuinely fuming.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Should have paid whatever it took.
Aye.
Really.
Aye. Hospitality or nosebleeds. It just should have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is. We'll be back.
So are there any more bands left for you to try and score any points then?
No.
Or did I win?
No, that was right, so welcome back to part 4. If you didn't catch that, it was Martyn asking if there's any more bands left for him to score any more points. Because at this point, Martyn was 7-4 up. Which I will say, going by the amount of bands that was on the bill, it's still a horrible fucking score.
It's a disgrace. It's a fucking disgrace. Genuinely.
Yeah. So Martyn wins the Black Sabbath prediction game. We got a score of 7-4 there. Like I said, I've just got a couple of things got the threads to tie up. So obviously there was a lot of things in the like on the bill. Also Wolfgang Van Halen didn't appear because he was doing the Creed thing.
Yeah.
I think Jonathan Davis was it announced as being there, and he just did a video message. Fred Durst was announced as being there, and he obviously did the video message with changes. It was changes?
Yeah.
Aye, changes. I think the only other one that was on that didn't do anything was Soundgarden, or the remaining members of Soundgarden.
Yeah. Which,
like we mentioned in predictions, we've got this thing where Sharon has claimed that somebody was kicked off. Obviously the Megadeth thing come up, which I don't think there's any truth to the Megadeth thing now. No. So Soundgarden could be the other one that's popped up recently is Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Which I did again because Nicky Six has said if I can Vince Neil, his voice is the surgery again. He's just no fit. That's why they weren't there.
I mean, well, are we going to be nasty about Motley Crue again? I mean, I can if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, he wasn't fit when they were touring the world with Def Leppard. So why that would matter this time. You know what I mean? Look, I mean, look,
Nah.
look. I've been very critical of Axel, so there's
Yes.
no way I'm letting Vince Neil get away with this as well. You know, come on. It's like as bad as Axel is, Vince Neil's a disgrace.
Aye.
So
Like I said to Nat, like she mentioned about Axel being this, is it? And I said to her, it's the same thing that Motley Crue have got to a lesser degree, admittedly. It doesn't matter how shite the singer's got to be, folk will still buy tickets to go.
I mean, Axel's made the effort and gotten himself in good
Yeah.
shape.
Like I said, to a lesser
Vince Neil
degree
just anyway.
because Guns N' Roses are still selling places out. Well, the last one Motley Crue did at Wembley. Was it Wembley? Or
Was half full, yeah.
aye. They moved the barriers up the pitch because there were so few people there.
Yeah. Which is just embarrassing for them, really.
So whether it was them, we still that gig because we're still waiting to hear Sharon claims
No,
she's got
I mean,
to tell us. But
I think that if we're being on it, like obviously the history that Motley Crue have got with Ozzy,
aye,
you know,
Nikki
Nikki
Sixx
Sixx-
claimed that Ozzy's the one who gave them the break.
aye, I mean Nikki Sixx, but nothing stopping him jumping on a plane and coming over.
Aye.
You know, if he'd said to Morello or Sharon or somebody, I'd like to be part of it.
Aye.
You know, I'm sure that Rudy Sarzo would have stepped aside for one song
Aye.
to let him play, or two songs or whatever. I'm more than sure that would have happened because
Well,
you know,
to sync.
Yeah, to sing, yeah. I mean, but if you're being honest, like there's some people who weren't there that probably should have been there.
Well, that was the next thing I was going to come to, which was obviously there wasn't like obviously Sabbath and Ozzy, the big fucking British band. Well, no, Ozzy's band isn't British, but Ozzy himself is.
Yeah.
There wasn't a massive fucking like apart from Ronnie Wood, there wasn't really a massive British contingent there. Like Cake It Down, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, obviously, that
But it's
Priest did the commitment in Germany where they were playing with sort of Scorpions.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get out of it. Maiden were on tour and Maiden were playing that night. And Sharon has said that which was like, you know what? There's obviously the story and all this kind of stuff,
Aye.
but for Sharon to come out and say, look, you know, if they weren't a busy, Maiden would have been there. Aye. So I suspect they've been asked.
Whether there's any truth in that, I don't know again, but there's like you'd think Sharon's like she's above the grudge to fucking say, look,
yeah. Oh, and I mean,
get fucking
like, so, I mean, they're all massive Sabbath fans. You know, Dickinson was on the Nativity and Black tribute album.
Aye.
You know, he did that. So it's like with his band, it's like, you know. So I suspect that if Maiden didn't have a gig that night, they would, or some of them would have been there.
But it's like I was looking at it, I was thinking about it. I was like, who else would you have got? Like,
in terms of like British fans,
if Lemmy had still been alive, Motorhead would have been on them.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
you could argue that you could have had Phil Campbell being there, being someone. Whether I don't know, because again they're doing a lot of festivals and that just now, so I reckon if they're just weren't available or just weren't asked, but then again, was like apart from that, I was like, who like you could get a lot of guys, but it's like there's nearly any metal guys.
I mean, like obviously Def Leppard did the video saying that they had their own gigs, which is fair enough. You know, it's like I know these tours are planned miles in advance.
Aye. I think AC/DC were in Poland the day before, in Germany, and like 3 days after. Obviously, they're doing the thing where they're doing like 4 days between gigs.
Yeah,
so
whether Brian needs it,
whether they would have needed anything.
Yeah, I mean
which is fair enough.
Like, it's too much of it. I mean, for them, that the way Brian is, it's like it's too much of a risk for them to have. It's too much for them to have a risk to have Brian on a flight to Birmingham to come for a song and a half or 2 songs.
Aye.
To then to then go like 80,000 people in a stadium in Dusseldorf or something. It's like it's a dangerous game.
I think I thought it was better. I just wrote like I kind of they were in Poland the night before.
I know they're in Germany, but I don't actually know where specifically in Germany. I think it's they're definitely doing ones there. So,
but it's like apart from that, it's like who else do you get? Like you could get new bands, but like if you're like looking at the bands that were on the bill, there was like big fucking 80s, 90s fucking bands. It's like who else do you get into there?
Yeah.
I think if you like I said, metal, and you could get fucking like I said, Deep Purple or fucking Saxon maybe. Was it,
I mean,
are they big enough?
there's these guys, I mean, there's these guys who like, I know they want to have like no more. Again, I used the term contemporary earlier on,
Aye.
where they're maybe wanting to have that, but it's like, well, aye, but would Biff do one song? Saxon love a cover version. Would Biff doing one song wouldn't have
Admittedly,
kind
some of them aren't very good, but aye.
yeah, I mean, again, you could have had Biff, you could have had some of the guys, other guys for Saxon, maybe come, what somebody for Deep Purple, things like
That's what I
that,
said.
and
I
then
was
you've
surprised
got
fucking Blackmore wasn't there.
the fucking Nawabim All Stars or something like that,
Aye.
just for like a couple of songs. It would have been it would have been nice. Ian Gillan may be in there probably because he was on the fucking obviously the non-Aussie Sabbath album,
Aye.
which is like I don't know. I mean, maybe, and also Ian Gillan's voice is nae great apparently as well. I've not seen any clips, but apparently the more recent gigs he's been struggling. Well, you saw them, did you? So
He was all right. It was a weird choice in starting, like, because the start of a Highway Star, and that's obviously
okay,
one of the high fucking fast things. Like,
yeah,
did I start with that?
yeah,
And admit it got better.
uh-huh.
Like, genuinely, like, there was nothing wrong with it. It wasn't terrible. Like, obviously, it was like we're saying, it wasn't like fucking getting the 70s. It
Yeah,
wasn't like there's nothing like on Machine Head or Rock or anything, but like it was possible.
it's fine.
You could,
I mean,
it was fine, but just maybe did I
there
start with
is
Highway Star?
there's a list stuck in. I know like, a lot of folk over the past few days have been going through like why wasn't this guy there? Why
Aye.
wasn't that guy there?
Well,
Ken,
Brian
and
May was
it's
the other
like,
thing. It's like, you still a fucking stroke?
aye,
Because
but he's had a stroke. Like,
apparently he was in the
he was
crowd.
there.
Aye.
Yeah, there was pictures of him in the crowd watching because him and Naomi are fucking massive mates.
Aye. Well, it was
I
afterwards, it was him. Was it? No, it wasn't Brian May. It was Tony Elway and Fort. Was it Boys at ELO?
some of them because
Because they were playing the.
they were playing the same night.
Aye.
At the whatever the NEC is now.
Aye, I can remember. Aye.
And so like they came over and was like, yeah, because they're our pals.
Aye.
I know like Brian May would have been playing if he was fit enough to play.
Aye.
There's no question of that because Iommi played on some of Brian May's solo stuff. Obviously Iommi was like a big part of the backing band for the Freddie Mercury tribute concert.
Aye.
He basically when they did the rock stuff, Iommi was on stage doing the rock stuff. So it's like, okay, but there is kind of people who probably should have been there.
Aye.
That's a bit of a shame. Like you look at even some of like Ozzy's backing bands for the past, like most of them were there.
Aye.
Tommy Aldridge probably should have been there.
Putting the drum off.
Put the drum off. I mean,
put fucking Aldridge in there.
I thought it was like even like maybe they weird, but like you look at these guys like Newstead, for example. Jason Newstead played in Ozzy's band.
Aye.
You probably should have been invited.
Again, I was full kicking off. I was like, why is Daisley there? So
it would have been.
That's a big fucking thing for it. That's why.
Aye. It's like it would have been nice for the picture, like even just for the picture to have like right here's Ozzy with all the living remaining members of his backing band from over the years. But then you go, oh well, if it's his name, Brad Wilk for Rage Against the Machine, he was in Ozzy's backing band. He wasn't invited either.
Aye.
Or well, he wasn't there. He maybe. I mean, well, you'd think he would be invited because the guy running the fucking show is his bandmate.
Aye. But you think
so
you look at it, it's like there's only so many. Like unless you want to shoot around 2 fucking days, like there's only so many.
It would have been nice to supposed to invite all these people, but then when you've got like, you can only have like 3 drum kits on the stage at once and all this kind of stuff. It's like, all right, we didn't want to take a piss too much.
But aye, where did it all? Where's the line to be drawn?
Aye, it would have been nice to have a lot of them there, but and like we say, obviously the Sharon will eventually tell us who it was.
Aye.
It looks especially like it was the guys for Soundgarden.
Aye.
And the rumors are that Cornell's wife or ex-wife or whatever is a bit of a she's basically a bit of a Sharon, to be honest.
Aye.
And she's very protective over the music getting aired without payment and stuff, which is like, but the 3 guys that wrote the music love this man. So why wouldn't you let them do? Which aye. I hope that I actually really hope that's not true. And like, I would actually be like a little bit upset if that is true because Soundgarden are great.
Aye.
And it would have and for them to have been there and done a thing, being like, oh, this is one of the bands who played with Ozzy and played with Sabbath and did this for them. If that's a true story, I'd be like, that's really shitty.
It's a bit shit.
And a bad thing as well is whichever band it is, if I kind of hope she doesn't come out and say it.
I'm not sure she will.
Because whichever band gets named is going to be a bit like kind of going to be look like the kind of the redheaded stepchild kind of thing, you know, of like, oh, well, you were the guys who were pricks who were pricks to Ozzy, you know, and it's that's a big like effect on your.
Right. Like I said, it depends. Like if it is like a reason where they fucking deserve it, but as you're saying it, if it is just Cornell's wife just fucking money grabbing, it's like, aye, that's a bit shit. Then I throw the boys under the bus if it wasn't their fucking fault. Then I throw them under the bus.
Because it'll be hopefully it's just like something like that. It's not something stupid like, can we sell T-shirts, please? No, you're
that
trying
was
to
the
make
thing.
money.
If they're seeing Anthrax wearing those T-shirts, I was like, then I'll be Anthrax. That is fucking flog T-shirts again. Come on, fuck.
They're getting to like, but thankfully Charlie was on Twitter saying that they're going to do those. They're going to do a run of the They're trying to do a run of those shirts, and they'll hate to chuck like 10%.
I was about to say, I'll be a case of with the charity. Aye,
it's like okay because it's getting they're going to do that. You know, all the diehards are going to want to buy 4 of them.
Aye,
you know, it's like
hello,
it's 4 shirts. Aye, it's like you know what I mean. It's like we've got to get them. And
in fact, it was 5 because.
Well, so one had Tony and one had Iommi, didn't they? Which so is like that's
5 shirts, snide. Please, thanks.
Snide.
Because I was trying to work out the hill, like, cause fucking Danae was on fucking screen half the time.
Yeah,
it's like, does his shirt say the same or is it different?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't until I saw after it was the next day, obviously, that I'd seen Scott Ian was interviewed and somebody had said to him, "Well, what was in the back of the shirts?" He goes, "Oh, it was I had Tommy and he had Iommi or vice versa or whatever," and I'm like, that's pretty cool. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I hope it's just nothing. I hope she doesn't say it. It's like, you know what, just let's leave it. You know, you've done something good. Your reputation has been absolutely retconned, and you're fine. Let's go out fucking scorching the sky and taking people down.
Like I said, I don't think she will now. Like it's been almost a week now, and she said she's kept it. It's like so unless it's somebody I've not checked the rest of that fucking the Comic Con thing.
Mm-hmm.
If there's likes a sound, I don't know if Soundgarden are doing it or there's like maybe she want get the Comic Con out the way because it's in the opera first and then fucking.
Yeah, I think they're on that. No,
I didn't think they were.
It's just Frank, Scott Ian, Randy Blythe, and the Osbournes, I think.
And the Slipknot boy.
And the Slipknot boy, yeah. So it's fine. And obviously he's part of the family now, so he's not him. Imagine if it was fucking Corey Taylor, it was like, I need some dough.
One of the Slipknot boys like, fuck.
It's like there's 2 members of Slipknot backstage at the show. It's like, imagine if it was fucking, like Corey being a prick. Like, oh man.
Okay, let's be honest. It's more likely to be a fucking clown than Corey. But aye.
Well, he's apparently ill at the moment. He's like getting surgery or something. He's like been missing.
Yes, so to be fine. Just one less fucking beer keg to fucking shout across. It's fine.
So would I hate to pay the freight for your beer kegs? That's fine.
Okay. So speaking of kind of beef kind of things, the other question I've got is, had Dio still been alive, do you think he would have done
it? I think he would have done it. I think he'd have
Or do you think he would have been invited?
I think he would have been. I think he would have been invited. It's like let's say, for example, right, Dio had cancer and beat it.
Aye.
And it's like, fine, okay, and so they would have probably continued touring as Heaven and Hell, on and off.
Aye.
Maybe. But this would have probably still happened because Ozzy would still be in the condition he was in. It's a degenerative condition. So I think that this show would have still happened in some manner. And so I think it would have been like pretty silly and pretty childish not to invite him.
Aye.
And it would have been, and he would have been he would have probably been in Supergroup B and they would have done Heaven and Hell.
Aye.
Or Children of the Sea or something. And yeah. I'd like to think that, in the spirit of forgiveness, and you just be and they being pricks to each other. I mean, if fucking, if Axel and James Hetfield could melt. Well, melt's maybe not the right word, given that the fireworks melted Hetfield, and then Axel decided his monitors weren't working after it. So melt's maybe the right word, but if like all these other bands there that have had beef over the years, or have been able to just go, okay, fine. I'd like to think that if he was still alive, I think they would have said to him, come along, chuck a couple in, then I fucking show off too much, like Steven Tyler did. But come on, do a couple, and then yeah, I think they would.
Yeah.
It's near like, I mean, we've joked about like the other Sabbath albums, like, look, it's near like he was Tony Martin. Okay, no disrespect, but no, you know what I mean. It's like, let's get it right here. Like, for example, if this was a Maiden version that we're doing, Bruce, Diano, and Blaze would be there.
Aye.
Obviously, now, but so like for the serious albums that sold serious units, it would be pretty childish and pretty embarrassing if Dio wasn't there.
Aye. Apart from that, I don't think I've got anything else. I think we're pretty much wrapped up there. It's fun. Like obviously we said, Ozzy's finished.
Yeah.
I read today that Iommi's actually doing a fucking solo album just now.
Is he? There you go. See, is he doing one of his all-star things again? Is it or?
I didn't actually read the article, but it was like somebody he's got one singer so far for it, so which means I assume he's doing a rotating fucking stage with fucking bringing boys in.
So it's like he's told Iommi, it's like, no, just like I say, just the best thing they could do is get Geezer in, and then just like do what? Know what? Let's write an album. We'll tour as fucking the Sabbath All Stars or something,
Oh, again, fucking was it Bill Ward came out and says, "Again, I'd happily do another album." It's like,
it's like, I love you to bits, Bill, but I don't think you've got an album in you. It's like, just enjoy your newfound status as everybody loving you again.
Aye,
and you could go do the podcast circuit. Can go on go Eddie Trunk and all this kind of stuff and all that sort of shit. Do that. Do the Comic Con. He should be doing the fucking Comic Con circuit. He's Bill fucking Ward.
Aye, I get my 14 with Bill Ward.
Go and fucking go sign shit. Go start. No, you charge 100 quid an autograph and you're laughing.
Aye.
But yeah, so I think they'll. I mean, they're not getting to the end, but they should do just if Geezer and Tony seem fine and relatively physically fit, given the fact I think they've both had like illnesses that they've come back for, but they're fine. Geezer can still play. Tony can still play. It'd be a shame if they didn't do some stuff.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, doing the ABBA fucking Kiss thing.
No holograms. Come on, no. Come on. That's the kid. There's a level of respect that is commanded with that sort of stuff, and you got to see holograms of like Ozzy and Sabbath is just like, no, I'm all right with that. It's fine.
Yeah. But with that, I think we've covered a bit of everything today. As we said, great day had by all.
That was brilliant.
By most, if we're being fair. So thanks for joining us. We have got another episode in the can ready to go. But I think if we can, we're probably going to come back because obviously we did we'll get another crack at the Maiden stuff. We'll bring Maiden back because we've just seen Maiden just a fortnight ago.
Yeah, we should probably do we should probably do one on how great the show was. So
a review and a possible alternate set list if it would like to have seen.
Aye.
But yeah, we'll probably come back to that and keep the other one in the back pocket. But yeah, that's, the other one we recorded, it's in the can. It's one to look forward to.
Yeah,
we had a lot of fun.
Definitely.
yeah, like I said, in fact, we've got two in the back pocket ready to go. They've just now I think with it, we've got the Megadeth thing as well, the Mustaine thing in
Oh
the back
yeah,
pocket, just to just for a week when they got nothing ready to go.
forgot
We'll
about
pop
that
that
one.
out. But yeah, thanks again for joining us on the Mosh Pit, and we'll see you next time.